Hello, everyone. Welcome to Arcane Focus for episode 70 for Magic and Mostead. Hey, we actually hit it. Amber was
we made it.
You were so worried we weren't going to make it to the milestone.
I think you were more worried than I was.
I'm going to cut. We're going to cut to the back, and we're going to find out that no.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. In the realm of things that take priority for Amber right now,
Yeah.
pretty sure she's got more, how do I say this? Pressing
matters.
concerns.
Exactly, 100% all around. I think that, well, let's go and introduce our players. Once again, I'm joined by amazing players. We have Amber, Steve,
Hello.
and Temple.
Hello.
Hey, guys. So, yeah, to Steve's point, I mean, we're inching even further than last week. Like we mentioned every single stream, it could happen any moment. I mean, our expected due date's not until another 2 weeks, so it could happen anytime between now and then. And
He
who
got
knows?
told to hurry up, so, you know.
Yeah, I've been whispering as much as I can for the kid to hurry up. So that'd be nice.
Have you been teaching him how the class system works? Have you been whispering, like, what sort of die he's gonna need when he needs to make a save?
Yeah, I've said that rogues, every odd level they get a new sneak attack die. It's all d6s. I've informed him that when it comes to clerics, you get to choose your spells after a long rest, unlike a sorcerer or bard. Oh fuck! I'm a nerd. Holy shit!
We were like, we should have rolled for his stats and announcements, and I was like, no, because if he comes out like a little heifer, he may have different stats. So I'm not rolling for Jock until I see what he looks like.
Fine.
We'll let fates decide.
Yeah. Well,
Indeed.
we don't really have any more announcements. I did sort of give a sneak peek of of our 3 multi-part series that's coming up in the future. Stargazer, which is still happening. I've been writing like a ton for that, and it's a new interesting challenge because it's in the sky. It's in space. We're not dealing with this little planet we're spinning on. So yeah,
I believe the biggest threat is oxygen and the lack of
it. Yes.
In space, no one can hear you scream, but it's a fashion show, right?
Exactly.
Scream for fashion.
Now I'm curious if you're gonna make explosions and whatnot be realistic in space, where you don't hear the bang because there's no air.
Boy, I wish I could tell you guys more, but I'm not going to.
Fine, hold your secrets.
Are you guys ready?
Keep your secrets.
For a little recap. What happened last time?
See.
Okay.
Episode 70 is going to be the wall climbing episode.
Oh, I know. Well, it's going to be the Pegasus episode. We'll see what happens.
Brought to you by Nike. Just do it.
With a strange alien scream, these plant-like abominations attack the party. With their large pink-purple petals behind them, aloft from a blackened vein protruding from a split upon a hound's back. These veins, the vines along the party whip and form into these creatures as they go on to attack. The party finds themselves slightly overwhelmed, Vera suffering heavy hits from both their hooked claws and daunting slams for their acidic buds. Roly swings wildly, taking down and taking as much as he could, while Savannah makes expert strikes against these creatures. However, after one final blow, Vera Kavad is brought down as one mighty strike brings her down to 2 death saves. With quickened movement and teamwork, Savannah saves her friend with a healing potion, and soon, after some initial fight blows back and forth, the fight is over. Deciding that the fight was more than enough for a day, they headed down to the outskirts of the capital, as a display of high clerical worship and power. The Fey Temple of the Dawnfather was born. Pulling from the earth, Vera made a magical temple for the party to both rest and recover. After speaking with Uthiel, the party left the next morning, gathering some pastries, meeting up with Edgar, one of the party's friends and members of the kingdom's royal troops. They headed towards the still in construction clock tower within the historical district of town. After some sly spell casting from Savannah, and some failed threats from Rolly, the party makes their way to the first floor of the clock tower. Excuse me as I need drink water.
And some donuts.
With some donuts. Oh, no, bear claws.
Yeah.
First floor of the clock tower. Just then, a smash and a scream can be heard from across the street. A fire happening within the florist shop right across the street, and even more so, new abominations emerge from the ground. A hammerhead shark skull upon a gigantic praying mantis body. From its wings, little petals drop and begin to morph and form into quadruped-like monsters with canine-like skulls for heads. They both begin to attack the tower, threatening the important evidence on the top, as well as impeding the party as they start to move up each floor. Through climb checks, heavy swings, and quick dodges, the last image we ended on was Vera falling 2 flights of stairs, 2 levels, saying "fuck this" and summoning a bright white celestial Pegasus. She mounts it and in a flash makes it to the top floor. However, can she find what she's looking for before too much damage is done to the tower?
Hopefully.
Can the rest of the 3 griffins and Edgar keep the monsters from bringing down this structure? We're going to jump in right back into it, guys, as you guys were mid-fight. We're going to go and switch back to some battle music. All right. I have the initiative back in. We ended at the very end as the Voodoo Lilyhounds were attacking the tower. We're going to move back to the top of the initiative. First of all, the commanded Odalu from Vera, whom Vera informed to retreat and flee, has regained its composure after 1 round of command, realizes where it's at. It has gone several feet and it's going to do a full dash as it's going to dash right back into place here. And as a bonus action, seeing that both Rolly and Savannah are here, it is going to use its bonus action to do Winged Walled once again as it freezes up, loses its flying speed, and the wings upon his back almost spread out, blocking as much as it can. I think there might be another Oodaloo. This one is going to start flying upwards. It's going to go 40 feet. So that's... It's going to go here. It's going to dash. And it's going to end its turn right here. This one is going to dash as well. Or not dash, it can go 10, 15, 35. And it can spend 5 feet to get right here. Vera, you see immediately as the sound of beaded wings of these insect like creatures that are currently like, it's almost like the echoes of their mandibles are starting to echo through the actual stone, the bone of its head. It starts to rush towards you. This one is actually able to make an attack on you.
Okay.
But it is not smart. So you do have the sheet for your Pegasus, do you not?
Yeah, I just loaded it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll on an even. It's gonna attempt to hit the Pegasus. On an odd, it's gonna attempt to hit you. Okay. It is going to attempt to hit your Pegasus, your brand new spanking white Pegasus.
I hit my horse.
This celestial being that you summoned from your study of religion and creatures based in celestial form. It's going to make 2 attacks. Yeah, it's going to do 2 sting attacks. A dirty 20 to hit for the first one.
Hits.
And a natural 20 for the second one.
Definitely
shit.
hits. Am I allowed to have damage on my horse?
Yeah, it's you. No, you have not tethered to it.
No, but as a channel divinity, like as a reaction to take
Yeah, well, not half damage, but you can take some of its damage.
Okay.
But it's on one attack, so let's go and do the first attack.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Real low.
These guys are no joke. You think I have all my dice ready, but I don't.
This thing can understand a lot of languages. It's weird.
It's basically a god horse. There we go. Oh, and I need. There we go.
That doesn't look good. Take that back. I don't want it.
So first of all, 12, 18, 19, plus...
I don't know.
That is going to be 23 points of piercing damage. And I need your Pegasus to make me a con save.
Yeah. Their con's better than mine, I think. 16?
16? That does succeed, so you're going to take half of this.
Yee.
Uh,
So you said 23 for the first?
23 points of piercing damage. That just happens. In addition to that, you take... let me see. 13 points of poison damage as one of the stings sinks its blade into your Pegasus. You hear the Pegasus bit of like this white ethereal glow starts to emanate from it as it starts to reel back. You're currently on it. Make me a animal handling check to see if you're not thrown off.
Got stabbed in the butt. 15 plus something. Hold on. Animal handling. 15 plus 4, 19.
19? You're able to wrap your gauntlet arm around one of the reins that has been appearing, or that has appeared for you to ride this Pegasus, and you are able to hold on. Now we're going to do the critical attack.
I feel like I'm gonna have to take most of this.
Poor Pegasus. It only just got here.
It just got here. 18. That's going to be 32 points of piercing damage. Plus, make me another con save.
I don't know if that one's gonna do it. Well, 13 plus 3 is still 16.
16. You succeed. You take half of this. So I said 32, right?
Yeah.
So 32 plus. Plus another 32.
Jeez.
That was half too. It's kind of got a critical. That hit a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I don't even know how much of this I can take so he doesn't just poof.
It just poofs?
Hold on. Let me look at something.
I mean, it did its job, I guess.
I guess if I'd have to, I'm gonna let him poof.
You're gonna allow it to poof. It sinks, and you start to see this thing look up into you with this gaping, like soulless eyes that are leading into nothing but back and skull. As it just starts to click and growl, and you see numerous of its numerous armed mandibles start to sink it into your Pegasus as it reels back. Because your animal handling check did so well, you're able to actually step off. Like, once it pops, you're able to land on your feet. You are not prone, but your Pegasus is brought down.
Okay.
That is the Odaloo's turns. Savannah, you're up.
Jen, am I still near the window?
Yeah, I think you were over here, actually. You were right next to the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I'm climbing out the window.
Okay, what's your climbing speed?
Should still be 30?
30?
Yeah.
I'll say, without fail, you can get, I'll say you can go up one level, but if you want to try to...
I'm on level 3, right?
You're on level 4 right now.
Level 4. Oh, okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna climb up one level to level 5 to climb through the window.
Okay. I'm gonna go and put you at level 5. I will say that if you make me an athletics check, because you have a 15-foot climbing speed, yes?
Yes.
That puts you on the edge. If you succeed a DC 20 athletics check, I'll put you on level 6.
Well, my question real fast is, how bad is this floor?
Oh, make me a perception check.
That's a 17.
This floor's not doing too well. You
All
get a
right, no,
sense.
I'm climbing through the window, and I'm gonna cast Mending on as many spots as the first big spot I see.
Roll me 2d4.
2d4.
I did not expect that.
You know what? Do it this way. Do it. Roll. 6.
6. You heal 6 hit points of this floor.
Can I do anything with my bonus action to help the room? There's no monsters in the room at this point, right?
There is one monster in front of you right now. I think you could barely see it.
Oh, so that this thing?
Yeah, I think you could move 5 more feet because again, you had 15 feet of movement and you were kind of on the edge. If you wanted to move 5 feet, you can.
Do I want to engage it? No, I'm gonna stay there because I'm probably gonna go right back out the window. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. After that, Vera, you're up.
Too many options. I'm gonna go with the first plan just because that might get rid of them. I'm gonna cast command, but at a 2nd level, so I can get 2 of them. And they have to make.
You're doing banishment, you said, yeah?
No command.
Say that again?
Command.
Oh, command. Sorry, I could not hear you.
So if I do it at a 2nd level or higher, you can affect 1 additional creature. So I'm gonna
Yes, you
cast
may.
it as 2nd level, and you need to make wisdom save. Like I thought it was
save.
wisdom.
I'm gonna stop using this dice because I can't read it. That's a 9 anyways.
That's a fail.
Second one is a 9. I rolled both 8s.
Okay, bye. Flee.
All right, on their turn, they'll flee. Yeah, you once again turn like you did the last one. You turn around and almost like a camera flash of, and you see the soulless eyes of these creatures start to be filled with a bit of like a gleam of light, and their positioning starts to lessen a little bit, and you get a sense that they might end up just running.
I'm trying to think of a bonus action. I don't think I can do one, and I can't do a spell because I just did that. So I'll just stay where I'm at. I don't think I can look around with a bonus action, right? Or can I look in my space?
I'll let you, as a bonus action, I'll let you make a check, but at disadvantage. And it has to be at a disadvantage regardless of your magic item.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
That one was good.
You never know.
Okay, I got a 15 and a 19. 15 would be a +1, so 16. Investigation at disadvantage. Rather have had
16 you said?
C.
Okay. I'm gonna mark in that. So this was something I thought of over the weekend, or through the week. Is within this room? Obviously, map-wise, I have not decorated, but what you see within the room itself, and actually, this is a good point to actually tell you. There is a metallic beam that is currently crossing the actual room itself from left to right. There is a giant, what looks to be a glass, circular, almost like plate glass, where this is where the face of the clock is currently sitting. There are no numbers. There are no like hands yet with it, installed on the clock yet. But there is like a hinge. There's other things you can see around here, and there are just gears strewn apart. It's just a mess up here. It seems like they've left this for last in terms of the construction because they wanted to make sure that the tower was at least set. So with that in mind, you get one successful check.
Okay.
To find what you need. So you're currently tearing things apart quickly. moving metal gears off to the side. You need 3 successful checks to find something.
Okay. That'll end my turn. I gotta wait for these guys to go away.
Okay. After Vera, Rolly, you're up.
All right, he's in my way. I don't remember if I was rolling, raging, I should say.
You were
I
raging.
don't remember. I was. Okay. So I'm going to move in front of him and give him a little bit of the idiot sandwich.
Go for it. Actually, he's no longer commanded, so I'm taking that out. Boop.
That is going to be 26.
26 hits.
Okay.
By the way, what's going on, Box?
15 points of damage on that swing.
15 points of damage. Yeah, you actually cut one of its arms off, and you start to see a splatter of green and black blood. But its wings are still heading out there. And due to its current predicament of staying with its expanded wings, it does not have to make a strength save to get pushed back.
No problem. I will go ahead and attack again.
By the way, have you been doing this recklessly or just a standard attack?
Just a standard attack.
Got it. Keeping it in mind for next turn.
That's going to be a unnatural 20.
That hits.
Okay, that's going to be 18 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. All right, your first swing cuts off one of its limbs already. You see it actually start to struggle with the first strike, but because it's not moving, its AC is down. It doesn't have a speed. It's just currently blocking your path, and is invulnerable to a few things. Easy picking. Rolly sees it as like, you're in my way, I'm breaking you down. You swing upwards once again, and you cut across the actual abdomen of the creature as it starts to split open, and you see it's starting to waver. It's not looking good at all.
Okay, is it immune to fire? Because I believe I had set the thing to fire.
It is not immune to fire, but it's not vulnerable to fire as well.
Vulnerable, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And you would have to be right about here to do it as well.
Okay. Have we rested since? I do believe we did, right?
You have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to attack again.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I need to get out of my way, like now. And then for this one, I will reckless attack.
Okay.
That's going to be another unnatural 20. That'll hit.
Definitely will.
That's going to be... let's see here. Yeah. 13 points of damage on that one.
Rolly, you start to see the split chest of this creature, and through your sort of battle-readied eyes, you start to see a little bit of this plant matter. It's not like an innards of a person or of a bug, where there are like organs and lungs and things to build. Within it, as it splits open, you just see bones, dripping of like sinew and slime, and a singular vine like curls and starts to beat, and you see a singular, like almost this arcane necrotic ball sitting within it. And it splits up, and it's almost like it's being held aloft by 2 vines. I don't know if you want. How do you do this? You still have your axe ready? How do you kill this thing?
Well, let's just say I finished the job, and I go from end to end.
Oh, okay, yeah. You see the split, and you're like, not good enough. You stick the entire axe in there, and you use your momentum to push your palm down, and you kick it back up. And the actual bone splits open as it falls. So you only moved 5 feet. You still have the rest of your movement. I will remind you that if you do move at your full speed, you do have to make a dex save.
I will definitely move at my, and I will make a dex save.
Okay, go for it.
So that's 5. So let's go. 15,
Made
20,
a sandwich out of it with the sandwich.
and 30. No, actually, it should be 40.
Yeah, you can go one more.
30. There we go.
There you go.
And
Please make me a dex save. And you do get advantage because of danger sense.
Danger sense, which came in clutch because that's an 18.
That's a success. The DC has gone up by 1.
After that, I'll end my turn.
All right. After Rolly, it is going to be Edward. I should probably bring up his sheet. I don't know why I didn't do that in the beginning.
He's participating.
Wait, Edward or Edgar?
Sorry, Edgar.
Someone with a E.
Something with an E. I have to get reacquainted with his spells.
The cat's falling asleep.
You have a cat there?
Yep.
Yeah, Edgar's
Well,
still
I
got
was
5.
rolling back and then I heard her yell at me and I'm like, why do you sit right behind the wheel? So that's why I picked her up. She's a little dense sometimes.
First of all, Edgar's going to make a
Oh, she didn't like that insult. She's
going to
trying
make a
get
dex
down.
save as he moves his full speed.
Hey, Mikey.
Succeeds. DC goes up by 1. He's going to use his bonus action to move his spiritual weapon that is currently still active, and he's going to attack with that. That connects. And then Vera, how much does spiritual weapon do?
A D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. Thank you, cleric. Oh, an 8. So that's almost brings it down. One of the voodoo lilies down here.
8 plus what?
You don't know.
Well, I mean, it's more than an 8, so don't mess it up.
True. So that's really good. It doesn't go down, unfortunately.
I mean, that's not bad for a spiritual weapon.
That's not bad. And then he, as a war cleric, let me see. I think he does have.
Can't he add something to it or something?
He's going to attack with his mace. Hits. Let's go and roll that. That is going to do it. No one sees it. Obviously, no one's on his level. But what the audience sees is Edgar, full-plated armor, walking very briskly as he currently avoids a couple of pitfalls. Literally in sequence, he sort of like taps his forehead, curves around his finger, and a blade, just a shining blade with a bit of dragon-esque etchings on it, goes cuts upwards, and with a mace pulling off from one of his straps, he and it the beast, the lily hound, is reduced to petals. And that's gonna be his turn.
Good job. Nobody's seen it, but good job.
Yeah, no one saw him.
We felt that though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be his turn because it has bonus action to move the blade, action to do that, move into that. Perfect. It's now gonna be the voodoo lilies. So let's go in order. First of all, since you were holding concentration, Vera was holding concentration on the Pegasus when she had it, when she summoned it. The two banished voodoo lilies at the very bottom have reappeared.
Yeah.
They are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And this was going to do the exact same. And they're going to start chipping away at the bottom, the second floor, I should say. Both hits, so that's 12 points of damage to the second floor. Second floor has not been hit yet. This is the first time it has. All right. Moving on to floor 3. I think this one is going to pay attention to... It's got its orders. It's going to attack the tower. This is the one that Edgar's on right now. That's going to be a hit. That's going to be Another few points of damage. Actually, hold on, this would be... No, that's right. Rolly. This one's going to try to attack the tower as well, the one you're on. It's going to hit. Tower doesn't have that high of an AC, just for those who are curious.
Clearly.
But it's got some HP. It's been taking a couple rounds of hits.
Savannah's gonna have to mend all the holes.
Savannah, I think this one's going to reach out to you, and these two are going to continue working on the tower. So let's do the tower one first. That's a miss and a hit. Savannah, I'm just going to tell you right now, you saved this tower. It is about to crumble. This level right now.
Fix the holes.
I'm trying.
I think it could take maybe one more hit, and that's it. It is looking pretty ragged, the floor you're standing on, Savannah.
I'll look for the stuff. Rolly punches the things and you fix the holes.
The only thing is I'm trying to think of what level's the worst right now.
The one you're standing on? Definitely the worst.
Okay. Well, I'm stuck here for a while. Let's go.
Never mind, I changed my mind. Level 6 is looking really bad.
Hey.
Damn it.
Level 7,
I thought she was on level 6.
she's on
Yeah,
level
I'm
5.
on 5.
Oh.
That's
So I
a
don't
miss.
remember being bad. I didn't think about 6.
Level 7, both miss.
Thank God.
And that's going to be the Voodoo Lily's turns. It's going to be the Odalus. They are commanded.
Bye.
I'm going to move them out of the map. They're going to basically dash.
For now.
That's their... That you took care of them. That's pretty... Yeah, that's them. That's all they can do.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
rest
their
of the Voodoo
action
Lilies
and
we
their
have.
movement. Goodbye.
Loki should have told him to fix the tower. But no, they're gone.
I don't know if they
Savannah, you're up.
could.
So I have a couple of thoughts right now going in my head. So, action, mend the tower.
Okay, action. Roll me 2d4.
Ugh, 2.
2. It heals 2 hit points.
He is now 5 feet in my space, right?
He is.
Bonus action, stabby of the the lily.
Offhand attack. Feel free.
That's gonna be 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
That is going to be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Not your necessarily strongest attack, but you get a sense that these things are paper thin in terms of the way that they're built. They are very much made of vine and very weak like vine and petals, with only one solid structure that has grown and popped out of existence, and that is the sort of canine-like skull. You actually get a bit of the petals and get a pretty good strike. It's still up, but relatively, it's not looking good.
Now I'm thinking about the level above me. I'll take the attack of opportunity to climb up to level 6.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll for that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for... That's gonna be plus... Does a 17 hit?
Just hits.
It rolled pretty low, but it has a good bonus. 4, 8. I can't think of the math. That's gonna be 13 points of piercing damage as it bites down on your back leg as you're just about to leave, and you're able to, with your foot, kick it off.
Can I dodge that or no?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna dodge that.
All right.
So that's that 4? No, 7.
I
6 or
said
7?
I said 13. You take 6.
Okay.
With your full speed, because you can go up to level 6, or if you'd like to get to level 7, you can with an athletics check.
I'm gonna go to 6 and go through the window, and I'll end my turn there.
All right. We'll say that you're right here. Savannah is currently quick, nimble speed using both claws on your hands, just sort of pulling yourself up. It's a very much like an Assassin's Creed moment where you're throwing yourself upwards and catching the ledge. Vera, you're up.
Okay. Now I'm gonna use my action to look around.
You may. So I'm going to put you right here in the middle so you can
Okay.
start looking. You already have
Check.
one success.
I know. Well, I have advantage now, not disadvantage.
That's true. I was being nice. You shouldn't be able to look like that, but I was doing it.
Why ask? Ooh, that's just funny. +1, 21.
That's 2 successes.
Which is good because the other one was a 4.
You needed 3 successes to do this.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, no way you're gonna survive another round. Okay.
Hey man, you already tried to kill me once. This is the ultimate fuck you. I summoned the horse. I climbed up a building. I'm here. We're getting this done.
Okay. Okay, so Vera, you kind of in your angered state as your hair is sort of gleaming a red, you can't find whatever you need to find in here. You grab like a piece of clockwork and you, out of frustration, you just flip it on end as the view of the Odaloo start to continue going forward away from you. And just as the loss of your Pegasus, the destruction happening down below, and a bit of this anger that's happening, you notice something roll underneath a countertop, and as you follow it, grab it, you find a very simple looking wand. Very simple. And you do also find with a natural 20 a piece of paper that's currently lodged within the cracks of the glass where the face of the clock is.
Can I pull it out or no?
Yeah, you can. You reach and pull it out,
Yeah.
and it looks like a small note that reads, "The fire grows as my body is sent to the pile. I join her terrible horde," with a Genesis logo on it.
One more time.
"The fire grows as my body is sent to the pile. I join her terrible horde."
Okay. I do have a bonus action and a movement. I mean, with natural 20, I don't think I'm gonna find anything else. I'm gonna start making my way down to level 7, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna say you use your movement. That's about 20 feet to get here, 5 feet to get down 1 level, yeah?
Yeah, could I use my flight? Because I still have that up. Like, to just float down?
Flight does not,
No, it doesn't add movement, but my movement is 30 feet. So if I move 20, can I just float on down?
Yeah. I'll say with ending each of your turns flying, you will not have to make the deck save.
Okay.
So you're gonna go to level 7. So that's where you are right now.
Fine.
Or do you want to just simply fly out of here and be outside of the tower?
I'll fly out.
Okay.
I don't feel like dealing with thing 1 and thing 2.
So I think for the sake of story-wise and just to show me where you're going, which way are you leaving?
I can't squeeze through that glass that's like in the clock tower, huh?
Oh, no, hold on. Good point. This is the only floor that actually has walls. You would have to get down to 7th floor. You'd have to end your turn here.
Damn.
Yeah, apologies.
Alright.
I think, unless you have a bonus action you want to do anything, I think that might be it.
If I use spiritual... Wait. Yeah, I didn't use a spell, so spiritual weapon, I don't think I can actually hit these guys, or does it take a turn?
No, you can try to hit them.
Okay. Spiritual weapon, then.
Okay. Let's see here. I have your spiritual weapon right here.
Then 30 feet of me. I think I can get that one that's like straight.
Oops,
this
that
guy.
is not what I needed. I needed spiritual weapon. That's weird. It's not doing what I want it to do.
I see it.
Okay. Well, there it is.
Okay. Can I hit this one that's like straight out in front of me?
There is a wall right here.
Oh.
So I'll say you can probably hit this one.
Okay.
You can see this one.
Yeah.
Roll me a spell attack.
I don't think that's gonna hit. 13.
That hits.
Oh. D8. Ooh. plus 4. So 13 points of damage.
13 point damage. This thing looks on the brink of death. It is not looking good.
Okay. That ends my turn.
Yeah, the bright solar blade cuts through it, and you see a lot of the burn marks. This radiant fire that has currently cauterized it, and it's currently limping. It's not looking good.
Time to go.
Rivera, Rolly.
You know what I'm doing.
Yeah, go for it.
Slicey dicey.
Go for it. First attack.
19.
That hits. Is that a natural 19?
No.
Okay, got it.
13 points of damage.
It's still up, but I'm going to make a strength save because there's going to be something funny here.
Oh, God.
That's a 2, so
That fails.
That's going to go 5, 10. I'm going to make an athletics check to see if it can hang on, but it is a quadruped, so I'm going to do it with disadvantage. It's not like it has opposable thumbs. Well, that doesn't matter. I rolled natural 1 on that first one. Rolly, you slice it first. It reels back, and on its like ineptitude, it can't really hold its footing with that such strong fight. It goes it's flying as you. Oh, what do you do?
I run after it, and I say, "This is Sparta!"
So loud that everybody in the tower hears that.
Yeah, you hear.
Yes.
You go,
Yes.
what the fuck is Sparta?
Rolly.
This
And then
thing-
I see it. Yeah, I see it fall, and then I carry on.
Yeah. First of all, make me a deck save. It falls 4 floors,
Oh.
which means it takes an additional 8. And it takes an additional 12 points of damage as it lands on the ground and is nothing but mulch.
I rolled a natural 20.
A natural 20, you're totally fine. I think you started here, right? Or where did you start?
I started like
Here?
over here somewhere.
So that is going to be
Yeah, because it was only 10 feet of movement to get to him.
10. So that's 20 feet, 10, 10. Another additional 5 feet to get to the next level. So you would be right here. That's 25.
Oh. Perfect. Perfect.
You have a second attack.
That I do. 19.
19 hits.
Uh, 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. This one is already pretty damaged because of Savannah's unarmed strike that it did last time, and you take out the first one, kick it off. It goes flying and splats onto the ground. This one you carve right down the center, bisecting it, and it falls.
And I keep moving.
Shit! Yeah.
What are we talking? We're at my 25?
25. That was 30 to
Or am
move
I
here.
30?
Yeah, you're at 30 right here.
So I'll move the remaining 10.
Roll me another dex save for this level. God damn.
15.
15. You succeed. DC goes up by 1.
We all understood our assignments.
Holy shit, guys! That was a good round for all of you guys. Getting up 1 level, getting
Get in shit and get the fuck out.
yeah. All right.
I
well,
mean, yeah, well, yes, but we don't know that you can run.
Well, I'm working my way down.
so
Sorry.
first of all, it's Edgar's turn. Edgar is going to send his sword to take care of this guy.
You do have an idea, though.
That's gonna hit.
Hold on. I don't know if I
It's
have
gonna do
to
some
see
solid
this.
damage. He's gonna use his movement to go 20 feet. Attack with his maul. Yeah, this thing is done. I don't need to roll for that. Come on. Edgar's cleaning house. And he's make a dex save. Succeeds. DC goes up by 1. Edgar's trailing behind, but he's cleaning up where he is. So he's on level 3, which is now... Level 3 is fully secured, guys. Nothing wrong there.
It's just 6 we're worried about.
Now it's going to be the Voodoo Lily's turns.
Ah, giddy.
So let's start with level 2.
No. Behave.
It's a hit and a hit. So it's gonna
Boo.
be- Okay. 2 solid hits. Level 3, secure. Level 4, secure. Level 5, one of these Voodoo Lilies is going to rush to you, Rolly. The other one, however, is going to stay and do its job. It's going to hit. Oh my goodness. This floor you're on, Rolly, is not looking good.
Meep.
This one is going to rush to you, Savannah. This other one is too far away. It's going to do its job. Savannah, the floor you're on starts to crumble and crack. And you already see that the base it's currently working on has now snapped in a very vital part. And you get a sense that basically if 2 more floors are taken out, this entire tower is going down. So a few things about destroyed floors. The DC immediately goes up by 1 for the dexterity save. However, I don't think that affects you very much. Yeah, any creature within the space now does not care about destroying the tower and will probably move, which it will. So it's going to go 10, 25. It's going to spend 5 feet and get to the next level. Now let's go to the ones that have to attack. For you, Rolly.
Meep.
It's gonna do its... You know what it's gonna do?
Nothing?
It's gonna do its... acidic spit.
No.
Never had a chance
That's
to do
rude.
that. 16 to hit.
Misses.
It does that thing like in Jurassic Park where those things like hop towards you. The petals start to splay outwards and you see a bream of yellow color start to just sort of colorate its petals, and it starts to shake a little bit. It doesn't have a voice box, so it doesn't really like scream. It just goes. You see the chattering of teeth as it spits something out, and it goes past you, missing.
Ew.
It's
Poison ivy is this nonsense?
yeah, it does the whole frill thing, and I'm gonna say, I've seen that movie before, and I'm gonna shield myself.
I've seen that play.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Meadow or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Zoo. It's gonna try to bite you, Savannah, with a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh, I rolled pretty good. That's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Dodge.
You take only 6.
6? Alright.
And they believe that's gonna be the... Did I do this one yet? I don't think I have. Okay. This one is gonna rush past your sword, Vera.
Mm-hmm.
It's an attempt to attack you. It's not going to with an 18.
Bad, whatever.
The other one
that
is
is.
going to attack the tower.
No.
Does hit.
Bad, again, whatever the hell you are.
Okay.
Get it.
Voodoo Lilies, over. It's now the Odaloo's turns. They're going to spend their movement and action to dash towards you, Vera.
Okay.
So they basically used up their turns, and they have to land somewhere. So one is going to land here, and I'll say that the other one lands here. So they're no longer commanded by you. They're definitely, I mean, if they had any intelligence, they'd definitely be annoyed
But they dumb.
But they don't.
Okay.
But that's their turn. Savannah, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna assume destroyed floor. I can't do anything to mend it or anything, correct?
At this point, it is destroyed.
Okay. So, bonus action: stab the stupid lily.
Okay, yeah.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
That is going to be 8 points of damage.
You knock it back. It's looking pretty bad already.
Movement to go to the next level.
It's gonna make an attack of opportunity. Natural 1.
Attack.
It
Flower.
whiffs. And you go up 1 level, and you arrive right here. I'll say you have 5 feet left of movement if you want to take it.
No, but I'll finally use my action, mend this floor.
Okay, roll me 2d4. Oh, that's a smart move.
Three.
3. It heals 3 points of healing. Okay. Any other? That was your action, bonus action, and movement.
I'll end my turn there.
Vera, you're up.
I don't see Savannah, huh?
You don't see Savannah. I'll say though, you could probably hear her cursing. You know.
Outside the... that sounds familiar.
Yeah, you get a sense that she's on your level.
Okay. And there's not like a window or anything that I hopped in on.
So the crazy thing about this is that levels 2 through 7, you're on 7 right now, are just beams on just the points, like with the corners. You can actually jump off all 7 floors at this point if you wish. I don't know why you would, but you could.
If we had a Pegasus, but oh.
So
excuse
there is
me.
there's open air everywhere except for this wall right here.
That's my thing, though. If I hear her, would I go towards her?
You'd have to go around because there is a single beam here in the middle. But other than that, these spaces you can...
I have a question, and this is how I got in trouble last time.
Oh, yeah.
I do have my 8th level, so I could summon a Pegasus. My question is, could I walk out, summon, jump on this horse, fly around, and catch Savannah and start working my way down? As that's technically, it's an action to summon. I would have to take my movement, get on the horse, and then the horse has its own movement, and
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
she's
you can.
not wrong.
You can do that.
well, that's what I was asking if I'm like, is this open? Is this not open?
It is completely open. I did say that last time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you just said it.
As an action, you spend your 8th level spell slot to summon
The Pegasus.
the Pegasus again.
I could just imagine Savannah's like in the window getting ready to be like, yeah, I hear a horse. What the hell is that?
All right, so we're gonna summon the Pegasus right here, essentially, but he is outside.
I'm gonna hop on him.
You hop on him.
I kick him a little bit.
First of all, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, fine. Gotta go.
Not gonna hit. Tries to bite you. It actually does bite you, but it only gets the metal of your leg, and it does not pierce through it. You kick it off.
Kick it in its face.
You actually kick it off as you mount the Pegasus. The Pegasus almost looks kind of pissed at you, and then looks at these things and just like fury within the Celestial's eyes, like, this, you brought me in here. These things killed me. Fuck these things.
And I'm gonna get on it and then like go towards where I hear her cursing to try and
it
grab
has
her.
to use its movement,
Yeah, its fly speed is 90 feet.
and I'm gonna use its initiative roll you had last time, meaning it does it now.
Okay.
So you fly around this wall, and essentially you are right here with Savannah.
I'll be like, get on the damn horse, I already got what we needed.
I mean, I'm stuck here to my turn, but yeah, I'll eventually hop on the horse.
Do you want to use the horse's action to
Grab her?
grab?
Yeah.
The horse is going to... If you allow it, Savannah, the Pegasus reaches down, grabs your scruff, and picks you up and throws you.
Yeah, because it's probably still got movement.
The scruff. I'll allow it, but still.
All right. We have Savannah and Vera on the Pegasus, it only moved 10. It only moved like 15 feet.
Okay. Well, it's gonna basically circle until she can see who she needs to see.
Who are you trying to do? What are you?
I'm just trying to find the other two, like to yell at them to get out.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
You should probably drop down by the windows first. That way, if you can't see them, you know to circle around.
Well, I'm circling around so we don't have to go in if there's enemies,
15.
because they could just get out.
30. It has 90 feet.
Yeah.
30, 45. We're gonna say you're at 40 right here. As you see Rolly currently battling. Rolly, they're not exactly like at the window, but they're about like 5 feet away from the window, flying in a circle, and they're yelling at you.
We're yelling at you on a fucking Pegasus, going, "We need to get out of the clock tower now. We got what we need."
Like, fire son.
Kind of a little busy right now.
I'm like, just kill it and bail.
But just bail, because the walls are coming down.
In that moment, Rolly thinks, man, the guys who built this thing are not going to be happy.
No.
He's got a box of donuts. We'll buy him more donuts.
How long does your suggestion last?
I think it
lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, it lasts a while.
Oh boy, this is gonna be.
He'll be pissed 8 hours later.
5. So that
we
was
can deal with it later.
40
We'll
feet.
deal with it later.
55, 60, 70. I'll say you're at 75. No, you have to go like. You'll be at 85. To be right
On the
here
other
on level
side.
3, as you see Edgar.
Okay, still yelling. We need to get out. The building's crumbling. We got what we need.
And run.
And then you want to use the rest of your speed to get down.
Yeah.
You can make it just to level 2 at this point. You're
Okay.
still not in the tower technically. You're just flying and going as fast as you can.
Okay.
That might work for us a little bit.
That's the Pegasus turn. Roll, you're up.
Mike doesn't seem happy about
Alrighty.
this. Read your spells, kids. Ask questions.
Ask questions.
So you said that I heard them coming from over here.
Yeah, they're just circling the tower, and they're like, "Come on, Rolly, let's go!"
But I heard them from over here, right?
Building's
Yes.
collapsing. Get out.
Okay. All right. Well, with me no longer being here, being a necessity, I'm gonna just finish off the dude that tried to spit at me.
Okay.
Let's go. Reckless attack.
Let it collapse on all these damn things.
That is going to be 23 to hit.
23 hits.
20 points of damage.
One strike. That's all it takes, Rolly. One strike as you. This thing drops.
And then, do I see a window
Be right
behind
back.
me?
All of these walls are open to the actual open air. You can just jump off if you want. If you want to climb off, you can.
Those are the boots.
I mean, can't climb.
Yeah, but like I heard them coming from directly behind me, so I want to jump onto them. So if I heard them, like, how do I mark this?
You can click and hold.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Basically, right there where you mark, that's where I want to jump out of. Is that possible?
That's the last you saw them was in that section of the tower. And
Yes, and
the
that is
last you
where
saw
I'm
them
going.
was circling the tower, crossing that section to yell at you, and just circling the way down. If that's what you want to do, let's do it. You jump from 5 feet. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage as you leap from this moment.
Perfect. Perception, you said, right?
Yes.
Perfect. That is going to be a 3.
A 3. What doesn't occur to Rolly is that they are circling the tower, meaning that the exact point they met them, that Rolly met them, more than likely may not be the same position that they're in further down. You leap outwards, and because you are wearing your boots of springing and striding, you get air. You are full on Super Mario Brothers, and you fling upwards. You actually look behind, and you see that you could have jumped to like the 6th story if you wanted to, if it wasn't for the fact that it was right above you. You fly up. You see just wood, people looking upwards, yelling, screaming. You see the fire in the distance. And in that moment of your apex of your jump, and you start to fall 6 stories down. You are raging, however.
Do we see this?
I'm on the other side of the tower, so no.
You're on the other side of the tower. Because you were very adamant that you were circling.
Yeah. I didn't want anything to catch me.
I'm doing what the stories told me.
I didn't want anything to catch us.
All right.
Did they tell me they were circling?
No, they didn't have time. You take 30 points of damage, reduced to half because it's bludgeoning damage. You take 15 points as you land on the first story with an explosion. Dust.
Oh, that's good. That's not too bad.
Gets like pushed off due to your impact.
Realistically,
considering this is very rolling.
realistically, how high was that drop?
You fell at least 65 feet.
I think it's because you have the boots.
You would say maybe
I think in real
less
life
than like about.
that's like
Yeah,
5
like
stories. I think, isn't it? Or like 4 or 5 stories, I think.
60
Sounds like
feet?
about 2 seconds worth of air, I think, or maybe less.
Oh, you fell 60. A speed of 65. You haven't landed yet, actually. So this might be a problem for you. Oh no, it's not, because you just attacked this round. Oh, it's so good that you attacked this round and you didn't decide just to leave. Yeah, you are 5 feet from landing, because the fall speed in D&D is 1 round, 60 feet. You've jumped 55, you 65. You're about to land right now. So in your next round, you're going to take that 15 points of damage.
Well, I'm 5 feet from the ground. I don't think they can get to me.
No.
No.
So I'm gonna take that damage regardless.
Might as well just take it right now. We'll deal with it later.
I already took it, but since I'm taking it, can I narrate it?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Okay. So people are watching, they see me fall, and you just hear the crashing of just like wood and some stone and some like metal supports just just crashes down. All this dust kicks up all over the place, and then for a split second, silence. A deafening silence. Only to be disturbed by the piercing cry of "Oh, bear steak!"
I think what happens from like down below as you take your apex of your jump, you hear people like going, "They're ruining the tower! What are they doing? What are those monsters?" Just like confusion and people not fully understanding the story. And then they see one person jump, and you hear a scream of, "He's jumped from the tower!" And just people concerned of like gasp of air, and as you land, that whole moment of silence as it's being cut through just by a people unsure if you actually lived through this, and then you scream out, and people are almost in awe and shock.
Albert stick. Albert steak.
Edgar, I think he kind of saw you do this. In your moment, you did not like see him. You were just going down. He actually saw this happen, and I think what he's gonna do. What is he gonna do here?
Oh, we did tell him to get the hell out.
He did.
We
He did.
did.
He's gonna run. He's gonna try to get downstairs. He's gonna make his dex save.
What level is he on?
Level 3.
And we're on level
For
2.
now. He's on
On
level 2
2
now as he starts to run, book it, and the floor itself snaps, and he shit falls down, and he lands right about here.
So we should be able to see him, right?
You guys do technically see him. You guys are like right here.
Is the horse big enough to fit us all?
No.
I'm just saying, if it's challenge rating 4.
But then again, the second story, he might can make that jump.
Hello, ladies. And he just took 4 points of damage.
I have an idea. Does he still have movement?
He's gonna have to spend half his movement. He has 10 feet.
So he can't reach us, can he?
It's a large celestial.
He can spend an action to dash to get you. Are you yelling for him to get to you?
Yeah. I'm gonna do something on my action. Tell him to get to the horse.
All right, you got it. He's gonna run to you. Actually, he has to make another deck save.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's fine. Not that it matters with floor DC goes up again, but I don't think it matters right now. That's gonna be Edgar's turn. He fell through a floor, landed on his ass, had to get up, heard Savannah yell to get to them. He runs towards the Pegasus and he goes, "What the fuck is this thing?"
My new pet. You're welcome.
Fuck it, I'm not gonna. Oh, this is appropriate. I'm not gonna give a gift
Just
horse
don't
in the mouth.
question it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it's now gonna be the Voodoo Lily's turns. Let me double check. Floor 5 goes down.
All that hard work.
20, 25.
I don't know. They seem like they were just slowly, really. Look at this clown dragon ass.
Floor. By the way, your spiritual weapon dissipates,
Yeah.
Vera, as you've currently gone past its range.
It's okay. I'll take the horse.
Okay. Okay. I need details here. So, Vera, since you're the one commanding the horse, Edgar needs to reach the horse. Where is the horse right now?
It's probably on the edge.
On the edge? So you guys are kind of like half and half a little bit?
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
want it to like fully go in there. That's why.
Yeah.
In case we gotta just take off.
What I was going to do on my turn was dismount the horse and climb the rest of the dam so he can get on.
Okay. So we're saying that the Pegasus is currently half and half, as Svanny, you are close enough where you would be able to jump off safely.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar's still in the tower, technically. So in sort of
Get behind the damn horse.
kind of like this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to remove the stunted eyesight from you guys, so that way we can handle this a little better. So allow me a quick moment. There we go. Lighting. Okay, you should be able to see everything now.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are like right about here off the edge. Edgar is right here. Rolly, you look up. I'll say Rolly, you see this, because you're outside looking in.
All three of us huddled near this horse.
You see the 6th level. You see beams start to fall, clatter on the ground. You hear boom, 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 as metallic scaffolding hits. Then you see the very top, the 7th tower, the 7th level, just boom, 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 as both 6 and 7 fall. That is 3 failures. And the tower as all 8 levels start to fall and clatter into one another. I'm going to require the Pegasus, everyone inside right now, which is going to be Edgar, Vera, Savannah, and the Pegasus, to make me dexterity saving throws.
Alright.
Save. Oh well.
Broly's in
Pegasus
danger.
is better.
Rolly, you're the only one safe because you were outside. You jumped at an arc.
Okay. Well, the Pegasus got a 17. The hell's mine?
Oh, thank God for that. 22.
My little big boy.
Okay.
Ooh, 19. No buffs.
Okay. And do the Pegasus?
Yeah. 15 plus 2, so 17.
Unfortunately, none of that succeeds. So first of all, the clattering of the 8th floor just basically drops. Anything within the 7th floor is going to take some massive damage because it essentially is a large walled room with hundreds of metal gears and clock accessories and poles and a stained glass, like sort of this plain glass, falls and just drops one level, squishing. First of all, none of these are going to make it. 1, 2, 3 of the lilies. The Odalus, however, need to take some damage, so I'm going to go and roll it in. I'm going to roll it in Foundry. Each Odalu takes 37 hit points of damage. Okay, we're going to keep this in mind. Now, 7 starts to slant and starts to teeter off as it starts to crack in the middle. The weight on the top and all these gears start to fall downwards, crashing through level 6, basically slicing all of these up. Starts to go through level 5 as just gears and clockwork. I'm gonna roll a luck check to see if any bystander gets hurt.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You see I have his name, but the foreman.
The grumpy one?
You see him, he's eating and watching this in just pure shock and terror, because though he is charmed by you right now, Savannah, he still has duties and he doesn't want to lose them, and he's just sort of like mouthful, and a gear is inches away from his face. He rolled a natural 20.
That is some heck of a save.
Whoa!
It's the donuts.
So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3. So I was like 8, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that means going to be, in addition to other damage, let's see here. Shit, that's going to be bad. Everyone takes 70 points of damage as an entire tower crashes upon you all.
Can I dodge or evade any of that?
You can. You take 35.
Thank God.
Edgar
I only
okay?
had 70 points left.
70 hit points?
Yeah.
He's about to go down.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, can I absorb some from the horse? Just so we have the horse to get off on?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
So that means, Vera, you take 70 hit points now.
Yeah.
Now, let's go in order. So first of all,
Let me see where I'm at.
Savannah, you take 35 hit points. You're able to dodge and duck while you're on the Pegasus, and actually the Pegasus gets hit as just gears and metal start to fall and clatter. These lilies just die.
I need to see how much I would have to take so he's still up.
So 35 points to Savannah. Vera, you take the full 70.
Yeah.
And
say
now
what
you're
the-
going to use your reaction to pull from the Pegasus. How much are you pulling?
I'm gonna take 20 from the 70.
Okay, so that means you take 20 and the Pegasus takes 50.
Yeah.
Edgar takes 70, and you see he reaches for your arm, Savannah, and goes, "Thank fucking," and like before he's able to say his word, a gear hits him in the temple, and he drops.
Oh no.
We'll get him in a minute.
Oh shit!
I don't know.
Hold on.
He like super die because then I'm gonna take it back from the horse.
You already made your decision.
Hey.
Uh,
Or I can like reaction split it 3 ways, can't I?
you can reaction split it 3 ways if you want. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's pretty good. 18 plus and 9.
9. So what was
So
that?
27.
27. You can see guards rushing in, and Rolly that'll be 10 feet from here. 10 plus about 45 feet away. So I don't know if you can actually reach Rolly with your ability.
How many feet?
45.
I'd have to drop. I'd have to be 30 feet.
No. It doesn't matter. There's no one you can split it with. The gear punctures Edgar's skull, and the 70 hit points went over his max. And he is instantly dead.
No! I can't take it back.
You had a decision to make, and you wanted to save the Pegasus.
But yeah, because I thought we were going to get out of here. I'm trying to think if there's anything reaction I could do.
Because Edgar took some damage,
Yeah.
and it went over the remaining damage he had, and he only has about 40-something hit points. It went over.
I thought it had to go over your max.
It did.
Oh.
He only had 40-something. I think he has like 42 hit points, and he took some damage, so essentially it took like 20 HP to bring him down, plus an additional whatever the remaining was, which definitely was enough to take down 40.
Okay, I'm still taking his body then. Fuck this.
All right, well, that's what happens in the Voodoo Lily's turns. Everyone at this point is on the first floor as it starts to crash and crumble down almost on top of you guys. So I'm going to say, Rolly, as you watch this happen, this right here, your friends are semi-trapped in them. Moving back to the top of the round, you see two figures start to claw their way out, but that's their turn, essentially, is to get themselves out of rubble. As the Odalus took less of the severe damage, only one floor came down on them, as they are currently... they are hurt, they look badly damaged, they do not look good, but they are still alive. Savannah, it is your turn. You're currently trapped. If you'd like to get out, make me a strength save.
I think Savannah's in shock because she just knows what she just witnessed. I'm gonna do the strength save.
Okay.
16?
16, you're able to claw your way out. I'll say that you are currently standing on the rubble. You are covered in soot and grime, and you are cut up and bleeding. You essentially are climbing your way out of an entire catastrophe. Is the Pegasus still alive? Okay. Vera, you're up.
Can I get Edgar and get him on the horse?
Yeah, you can. You guys are like caught in like a tent situation with a bunch of rubble above you. So you're able to get the body of Edgar onto the horse.
Throw him back on the horse, and we're gonna like take off. I don't know if could this thing carry Savannah, even though like if it had
Savannah's
to
already
be...
out.
Okay, she's already gone.
If
Well,
you want to get out, first of all, make me a... This is going to be a little tricky because a Pegasus is a large creature. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be way more difficult to climb out than a very skinny and very agile tabaxi. You're going to have to make me a strength save to see if you can push rubble, and then you're going to have to make me a dex save. That's going to be on the Pegasus turn, by the way,
okay.
to see if it can slowly maneuver and not rupture anything further.
Okay.
But that's going to be on the Pegasus turn. What are you doing?
I want to try and get the hell out. I want to like do whatever I can to get them the hell out.
Do you want to give the help action?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm gonna get him, try and get on the horse and like try and help whatever
Okay.
I can.
Then we'll say this: make that strength save using the Pegasus strength with advantage.
I don't even know what their strength. Oh, okay. Well, their strength is better than mine. Okay. I'll take that one. 22.
22. It's able to nudge sort of this enlarged celestial body formed within the Pegasus form starts to slowly push and move and clop its way up. Now I'm going to give you a choice, Vera. You may either make a animal handling check with advantage or a dexterity check using the Pegasus dexterity.
It's gonna be animal handling with advantage because that is better.
Okay. Now this is you trying to move the Pegasus in a way where it won't compromise.
You said check, right? Not
Check.
safe. 16 plus my modifier is 4, so dirty 20.
Roll, you see Savannah claw her way out and get on her knees and just sort of stand up slightly in pain, and then you start to see rubble start to gear falls as a Pegasus holding a now slumped over body of Edgar on it, as Vera leads the horse, the Pegasus, above the rubble. So you guys are currently standing on top of the rubble.
Yeah. It's the Pegasus's action to get out of it, or can he still
Yeah, that was you and the Pegasus working together to get everyone out safely.
Could he still use his movement to get the fuck away from there?
I'm gonna say no. That
Okay.
that took the that was a 6-second maneuver right there.
Okay.
Just to slowly get out. Roll, you're up.
Yep, that maneuver is gonna set us back 50 years. Okay. All right. I can clearly reach both of these guys, right?
Yeah, right. This is all like difficult terrain, but you guys are close. You are close enough, really, where you can actually you can leap up there.
Are they in the air?
No, they are like climbing upwards. They're technically considered prone, so all attacks would have advantage on them.
Okay. Can I make it there?
You leap. You don't even have to climb. You, with a Hulk-like jump, landing as you start to see them halfway up, trying to climb their way.
All right, and then reckless attack. I'm gonna hit the one in front of me. This guy. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that guy.
Go for it.
Okay, that's gonna be a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
As a bonus action, I'd like to do overwhelming cleave and hit the other one.
Make me an attack.
That'll be 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Okay.
Yeah, you swing through the
So-
first one. You actually hit stone as you go with your overwhelming sling, just inches away from the creature.
Curses. All right.
That
Damage
was with
for the
advantage,
first one.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Go for it.
21 points of damage.
This thing is still trying to climb its way out. You have an easy shot as you cut its head off. You see the skull of the hammerhead shark just and just get lost within the remnants of the clock tower.
All right. So it's gone?
It's gone.
Okay. So then I have a second attack.
You do.
I'm gonna hit the remaining one, I guess. All right. Brutal critical. Fuck yeah.
This thing only has 5 HP, so if you want to see how much damage you do, go ahead and roll everything you've got, and keep in mind what you're going to do to this creature.
Okay.
You have full reign. And I'm going to say, at this point, we're out of initiative after Rolly has explained how he does this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll the damage because I can pretty confidently say with all the buffs and everything, I'm gonna at minimum hit like 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won't roll. I mean, if you want me to roll, I'll roll.
No, go for
But
it. Yeah.
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do three cuts. The first one is I'm gonna cut its wings off. Second strike, I'm going to cut its one of its arms.
Okay.
And the third cut is I'm going to cut its head.
Yeah, it almost feels methodical for you as you go for the first one. You see an arm You do it again. Another limb. And as it looks up to you with sort of this constructed, just monstrosity eyes, you... as just bone snaps and cracks as it... and you guys are out of initiative. You hear screams of concern, questions. There is still like guards actually starting to come, but half of them are split between the fire and what happened here. As you see the foreman start to walk towards you guys and actually looks to you, Savannah, and reaches out a hand and goes, "Are you all right? Oh, you don't look good. Why'd you do that? I was working on this for a long time. Are you... Oh, this is not the time."
You know what? Savannah just doesn't hold it. She just gets up and then walks towards the Pegasus.
I think we're flying down, and probably Vera is like screaming into a message right now to the whole, like, she doesn't care if she's mad, but like she's like, I can fix it, but like we need to get him back to the castle. Like, I can't fix it right now. And she'll like just spend the message. Like, she probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but he probably gathers that something bad happened to Edgar.
Why don't you just go on to the castle and me and Rolly meet you there?
I mean, if she was allowed to, she probably takes off full speed.
Okay.
With this, his body on her.
Yeah, you and the Pegasus. You kick the Pegasus a bit, and the horse starts to walk on the air, almost gallop through the sky as you start to head towards the castle. Vera, you see the gleaming dome that a lot of the mages within the space here are currently keeping up. Your horse actually kicks the dome and it does not go through, so you have to sort of go through the front.
No, that's fine. She kind of figured there's protections up, but like she's just riding as fast as she can.
But as you start to circle your way down to the entrance of the castle, immediately you can see already a frustrated or like a flustered looking Uthiel who didn't know where you are, but heard that you were coming to the castle and essentially has gotten everyone ready as soon as possible. Because it did take you like a few minutes to get there. Yeah. And the guards currently are like situated, gives you an eye at the Pegasus as it flies through. Unfortunately, the moment you cross the actual castle doors, the Pegasus...
No, I'm not going to cross the doors. Like I would land at like the bridge or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you land
there
at the garden.
And get him off. Yeah.
We're going to save you for a second. Rolly, Savannah, a lot of people are both concerned for your safety because you are still people here and they don't like seeing people die. You're getting questions. You actually see some of the guards who haven't split right now. A few of them have gone to you and go, "Are you alright?"
Yes, we're fine.
Jeremy, get them some potions. And you see sort of a meek-looking guard, pretty new-looking, sort of scruffy blonde hair, not even in full armor at the moment, starts to go through their bag and goes, "Here you go. Please take this," and gives one healing potion to each of you.
Thanks.
Yay.
I recommend you take that now.
I'm actually not gonna take mine. I'm gonna say I'm okay. I'm just a little worse for wear.
That I'm taking it.
At least the one guard who's currently taking like a charge here right now, kind of looks towards you both and goes, "Do you mind explaining what happened here?" We've gotten, well, I suppose I should inform you what we have here. And roll me an insight, both of you.
We at 13.
13.
Ooh, 19.
19. Rolly, you get a sense that this person recognizes you guys, and there is almost like a level of respect between a guard of the city, of the capital, towards people who technically don't have any push or pull officially. you guys are renowned at a point where now some of these guards have recognized you all, and they are currently speaking to you like comrades. As this guard looks at you and goes, "We've gotten reports about creatures, bug, insect like beings, and descriptions of you three taking the fight to the clock tower. Do you mind informing us what happened?"
I just kind of point to the tower. Do you not see a tower anymore?
Why were they attacking the tower? I suppose I should be a little more specific. I'd appreciate any more information besides this candor.
We were sent to investigate the clock tower. We got there, the creatures attacked us and the clock tower, meaning whatever was in the clock tower, which I don't even know what was in the clock tower, they did not want us to find.
I see. Jeremy, grab the rest of the men. We're going to create a little containment area here. Make sure that all civilians, including the workers, are relieved of duty. Get them space here. Also, close the thoroughfare about half a mile, please.
I must say, it's an unfortunate shame that whoever it was that was trying to stop us from securing this evidence is, caused this building to, find itself in its current state. So please let the foreman know that once we get this all resolved, I'd be more than happy to pitch in the repairs and do whatever I can to help.
You see him struggle for a name. Barnwell, correct?
Indeed.
I've heard of you. Heard of your team. Certainly. We'll inform the foreman. It was a public works project. He was put in charge of it. We would definitely welcome any assistance and volunteer work that you may provide. And then as he's currently speaking to you, you hear another guard yell, "We've got him, Captain!" Stay here. And he turns around, and what you see him is one of the guards currently has a woman who is currently limping over and being carried over the shoulder into the streets and laid outwards. And you hear one of the guys go, "She's not breathing!" All right. Provide CPR, see what we can do. She inhaled a lot of fumes and a lot of smoke. And they start to get at it. I drop a dice, don't worry about it. But yeah, they're currently trying to put out the fire in the florist shop.
Trying to think. I guess I will go ahead. I'll run to help them put out the fire.
Okay. How do you try to do so?
Is there any sources of water outside of?
Yeah, you're in the Ritz area, so where there are like horses and like stables and stuff like there are like it's almost like parking, So there definitely is like troughs of water and buckets.
Yeah, I'll start grabbing a bucket and running to it to toss into it.
Okay. You actually end up colliding shoulders with a couple of other guards who have the same idea, who see you helping, throw you a bucket, and you start to join them in a line as they start to refill and reduce some of the flames here. Rolly, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna offer help to the guards carrying people or doing any heavy lifting that needs to be done, moving rubble or anything like that.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Right. That is going to be a 21.
21.
Yeah, 21.
You see that there actually is a construction worker whose leg was caught underneath a lot of the basically the tragedy here, the sort of the falling of the clock tower. And you easily enough start to grab some of the, you grab your axe and you use leverage, using your muscles to pull down as you hear, the guy starts to climb out. Thank you. And you start to aid people, getting them in a sort of a section, a clean area where they can sit and rest as a couple of the other guards start to tend to the wounds. Eventually, Savannah, you are able, with the rest of the guards able to put out the fire. The main guard standing there claps his hands. All right, put her with the rest of the pile. The rest of Bonrose, keeping the rest of the survivors. Any other victims here? It looks to you, Savannah goes, thank you. Appreciate that. Your friend seemed to leave in a hurry.
You can see the sadness in Savannah's face, just like...
Well, I suppose maybe these two incidents are separate. Kind of looks towards the charred remains of this florist.
I have no idea what happened here. Actually, do you mind if I go take a look?
Jeremy, accompany them. These two. They've done good work for the kingdom and for the crown. We can use their expert eye. And here to see the blonde tuft of the young guard go, yeah, all right. After you.
I'm gonna go inside the forest floor. Can't say the word to investigate.
Sure. Rolly, do you go join them, or are you currently still helping outside?
If I'll continue helping, but if I see that like I'm no longer needed, I'll go into the shop and I'll go in with Savannah.
Yeah, you spent most of your time here collecting people, making sure people are fine. If there's any rubble, you lift it up, no problem. You're carrying people by like 4, like 2 people on your shoulders, 2 people on your biceps, and you're like putting them down slowly. You've pretty much wrangled enough where you got a lot of the people who've gotten hurt, all the injured, in one section where just a bunch of guards are like giving first aid kits, some of them potions, just whatever supplies they have in hand. Some of them are just doing simple medicine checks, essentially. But you can join Savannah. And as you walk in, you see a half-burnt florist shop. A lot of the plant life in here have withered due to the fire. It didn't get the full florist shop, like it didn't get the full building. There is still like pictures hanging of families, of happy customers holding flowers, and the same woman who currently is stable, but was the florist who currently is outside with the rest of the injured. And you see like illustrations of her smiling, happy. It's even hard to see like what the name of the shop was, since that name has been burnt out. Is there anything in particular you're trying to look for, or just doing a general check?
I want to see if I can figure out the cause of it. So if it's possible, can I go to like, because you said the back of the shop wasn't touched by the flames, like kind of the apex of where it started?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Be good. 19.
19. Rolly, is there anything in particular you're trying to do?
I'm gonna keep an I'm gonna use my I hope my survival skills will help. But I've dealt with a lot of campfires before. I'm gonna look for an area that's a little bit more charred than the others. Like I'm gonna look for signs of like what was on fire longer, or in other words, I'm trying to look for again what Savannah said. Like
I think
where did it start?
Well, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
15.
15. Rolly, you notice that a lot of, like, wherever there was like water in pots, like obviously that survived a lot longer. You're able to see like what hasn't been on fire the longest. A lot of the ceramic pots here, the old clay pots, have charred up and have like black and burnt marks all over them, looking very brittle and loose. You guys, there's like an upstairs area, and you can see like the upstairs was saved. The fire was contained downstairs, and it was put out because of your quick action and quick thinking. And we're gonna use a combination of this. Rolly, you learn that there is a broken lantern in the front of the shop. It was like hanging on an awning, and it is now fallen, and you get a sense that's the start of the fire, because the awning is gone. In addition to that, Savannah, because of your high roll, you start to walk with Rolly in that same space, and the large clay pots that were displaying actual trees, like small birthing trees, where like they're still growing, they're still like it's still nursing. Those clay pots have smashed to pieces, but not from outside, but from within. And using Rolly's strength as you start to move a little bit of the brush and dead trees here, there are little small, like a little pod, like an opening, a little burrow underneath these trees. Something was planted here, seeded their way in here, and started to grow for the longest time.
And we're upstairs. Like, are we in a bedroom or something?
You're on the first floor. You're
First
outside.
floor, okay.
Yeah, you
Oh,
check
outside.
You check outside. You see the second floor is all safe. The first floor is where all the fire happened, and Rolly leads you outside where the fire was more intense, where the fire started. And using your eye, you start to look through the planters, and you start to see that there's like these little burrows.
Do I see the florist anywhere?
She's currently laying down in the middle of a few people, about a dozen or so, about a dozen and a half, and she's currently stable, but she's unconscious.
What about that guard that I was just talking to?
He's currently directing people, but he's there.
I kind of try to flag him down.
Yes.
Do you know what was in these planners?
Unfortunately, I don't know the name, but from the looks of it, it looks like they were trees.
Are they city trees, or were they trees that she grows?
I don't know. That's a good question. Jeremy, provide that one a healing potion. Let's wake her up. And you hear him go, I've run out. Damn.
Rolly, give him yours. Give him
Okay.
yours.
Shot.
Oh, thank you. Grabs yours, Rolly, rushes over. All of you, all meet surrounding this woman as the meat guard feeds the florist as she goes, the healing magic filling her lungs and releasing and expelling a bit of that smoke. Hi, my shop. She looks up and she goes, oh, what happened?
Well, ma'am, that's what we're trying to figure out. What were you doing before the fire started?
Oh, I was cutting some of my flowers inside.
Were you in the front or in the back of the shop?
Oh, in the back. It wasn't. Fire started. It was so quick, and it was hard breathing.
Those planters at the front. Do you see those clay pots?
Yes.
Are those yours or those by the city?
Oh no, those are mine. My family has been in the nursery game for quite some time. Those are, well, they were nearly done for transportation.
Did someone special order those?
No, but they stay out here, because honestly, no one's gonna steal a tree.
Did you say they were ready for transportation?
Yes, they're nearly ready. Just maybe another year or so, or two.
Can I show you something? Can you walk?
Yes, of course. Some of the guards start to help her up. She walks over.
And I walk her to the plant and I show her the burrowing part of that. That's not normal, correct?
No, that's gone past the stone. My clay pots are made to hold the huge roots, but they are not. Most of these trees aren't, or at least the root system aren't strong enough to pierce through stone.
Do you keep these plants, these trees outside, or do you ever bring them in the house?
Oh, I always keep them outside. They're too large.
Have you noticed any strange people around your shops of late?
Well, there was this strange woman who seemed very interested in my trees, but later decided not to buy them.
Can you describe her for me?
Oh, somewhat gaunt looking. Looked like she hasn't been outside in years, honestly. I felt so bad for the poor thing. And black hair. She kind of looks to you, Savannah. A little shorter than you, dear.
I look at Rolly.
Interesting.
Did you talk to her at all?
Yes. No, I did. She walked in, asked me how much the plants were and what they were. I told them that they were native to the kingdom. Most of them, actually, I got from the Zuri Isles. A lot of sort of primal plant life that you don't really get a lot here. Strong rooting system is what she was really interested in, if they had a strong rooting system. She was very technical, very smart. Asked me what nutrients it takes to keep plant like this, tree like this alive. Honestly, I thought she was probably a competitor.
Thinking about it, I think that's all we need. I kind of flagged down the guard again. I'm like, if there's any way we can get the pots back to the castle.
We'll get a wagon.
Perfect. Yeah, that fire was caused by outside, and whatever was in there, and I point to where the lantern was, probably pulled that down.
You hear one of the guards go, "Outside? Bet it was one of those fucking domain people, huh?"
Savannah has to hold her composure.
Yeah. Of course they would attack from plants, fucking survivalists outside. National fucking terrorists.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say, and what evidence do you have to back that up?
Nah, it's just something they would do.
What evidence do you have to back this up? Have they ever done anything to you in the past?
Yeah.
Have they personally come to terrorize your home, your village, your people?
Ice and Bee's my home. The Sildon Kingdom is my country, and they killed my king. Your
And what
king.
proof do you have? What proof do you have?
Straight from the crown. Have you not heard of the criers?
Rolly. Just drop it.
I'm gonna say, what's your name?
Name's Tommy.
Alright, Tommy. I'm just gonna say that, but I'm gonna just meta gaming. I'm going to once we clear all this up, I'm gonna go find him.
You better write his name down.
Haven't we encountered some street punk named Tommy before?
I don't think so.
No.
That's a good question, actually.
Because I'm all like, wait. I just like, Rolly, it's not worth it. Besides, he'll never know when a terrorist might be right under his nose.
I disagree, Savannah. It is worth it, but it's not worth it to pursue it right now. I'll come back to that later.
Okay. Do you guys make your way towards the castle?
Yeah, we'll follow the wagon back.
Okay. Vera, you fly in, dismount the Pegasus, and immediately drop the body. It is.
I don't think I drop him. I think she's very much carrying him.
Do you have something draped over his face?
Does she have anything on her? I think she has bandages and stuff, so she probably just, like, while she was flying, has, like, this wrap around his
Okay,
head.
because it is a horrific sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just, like, carrying him up.
I'm assuming you removed.
No,
the
I
gear.
removed the gear. Like, I would say whatever spell you need me to, like, heal it, she knows that it's not going to bring him back, but she would have mended, like, the wound and then just wrapped it.
Okay. Yeah, you make it so it's not as gruesome, but it definitely is, like, bulbed blue and black and purple face.
Yeah.
That where the impact happened, definitely you see crunched bone sticking out. It is not, it's such a visceral view to see a friend, your friend Edgar, like this. And as you start to carry him through the garden, the Pegasus has to stop here, cannot move forward. If it does, it gets dispelled.
Yeah. I just tell it to wait, to wait there.
And Uthiel runs to you, immediately recognizes the 14 on the shoulder blade, and goes, "Who?
Edgar,
What do you need?"
I can't do this today.
What?
I can't fix it today. I can fix it tomorrow. It'll take everything I have, but I can't fix him today, otherwise I would have already done it. You just need to put him in a safe place, and probably a holy place, being what plans are afoot. I'm gonna fix it. I just can't today, given everything that's happened.
He looks to one of the guards. Go get,
Does she know what god he prayed to? Like, does he have a symbol?
Yeah, I actually have his symbol here. Give me a second. He worships Tyr.
Okay.
It's a dragon goddess.
I'm gonna just give, not to run through the whole roleplay, but like give Uthiel instructions of what she understands, like so he doesn't get turned some weird ass way of like put him in like the temple of his god and put the symbol over him and then make sure he's protected, and she'll try to fix it.
I think he'd be safer in the catacombs below the castle.
That's fine.
I know he worships Tyr, so I'll get some iconography to accompany him. He kind of looks towards one of the guards. Go to level 2 and 1. Locate True 14, Thomas and Lopez. Or Torres.
They're not. I don't think they're gonna like this. I mean, I don't like it right now, but I think they've already been through enough with
I know,
you.
but they're gonna want to know. They're gonna try to meet him, and he's not gonna show up. That's not a good look. God damn it. Fucking loudmouth.
What did you say?
Fucking loudmouth.
Oh,
He was always the one who spoke out.
he held his own. He was just in the wrong spot, and I was tapped. You're gonna need to send forces to that clock tower. There was creatures coming out of it, attacking people, and I left Savannah and Rolly there because I freaked out and needed to get him over here.
No, I know. His eye kind of trails beyond you and sees the horse and just sort of... It doesn't even faze him. He sort of trails back to you. He goes, if Rolly and Savannah are on their way, we'll tell the guards. We'll have them ready. In the meantime, he kind of looks to more guards and more staff hands. Bring him down to the catacombs, somewhere safe, quiet. Get him, make sure he's accompanied by symbolism of Tyr. That's his god.
You're also gonna need a mage you actually trust.
I trust these people. They work with me.
Not for him. And she starts to take out like the wand and the note. As bad as this is, we found what killed the king. It was in that tower. And I can hang on to it for now if we don't have a safe spot for it.
Yeah. Go ahead and hang on to it. He kind of looks towards one of the other, like, more important looking, like, advisors right here. And he goes, Mr. Porter, can you get Caspin, please? Our queen. We're gonna have to have a talk. You see this sort of pudgy looking human, one of the counselors here goes, of course, I'll grab the counselor. I'll grab the council. He goes, okay, sounds good. All right. It's going to take him some time to get the queen ready and to get caught up in what's happening. In the meantime, follow me. I have the bodies you requested.
She just kind of like literally does that sigh, like, because she's just like not in it right now, but she knows she has to do it anyway.
And we will reconvene with Vera's interrogation of maybe some dead bodies, and then we'll have Rolly and Savannah greet them afterwards. So until then, we're going to take a 10-minute break. See you guys in 10. Hello, everyone. We're back. Welcome everyone back. We are joining our party right now. Well, actually, we're joining Vera from this long overdue clock tower fight. As Vera has returned back to the Castle Caspin, with the now deceased body of Troop 14 member Edgar, the cleric of the group. Currently, Vera, you've relinquished the body of Edgar as he's being stored into the tomb, the catacombs underneath the castle. And Uthiel has informed you that he's gotten the request finished, and the bodies of the assassins, the domain assassins, are they're free to be interrogated with an arcane matter if necessary.
So she'll follow him. I think she's probably not saying much.
I think he picks up on that. I think very much he picks up on that. He kind of looks to you. And I think he grabs your hand, sort of lets fingers lock, and doesn't force you to talk, but just to tell you subtly that he knows, the loss, and he's here. And you guys walk your way down towards sort of these stone spiral stairs that are sort of further back within the castle. The air itself starts to get a lot cooler the more you go underground, and you are led into what looks like to be a almost like several passages, like arched way, circular spaced passages as you start to go through one section that splits up into three. It's like a three-way area, and you are currently finding yourself within the underground catacombs of the castle. There are light torches that illuminate this space, and there are so few and far between that there are certain spaces where it's just pure darkness, and in which Uthiel, making use of his newfound warlock abilities, snaps a finger. A small light appears as he currently keeps it up, making a nice illumination. As you guys are led towards the western side, you find several stone like slabs on gears, so that you can crank them, and you can basically move a bed in a rocked, or sort of like a angled position. And strapped within them are 7 bodies on 7 stone slabs, all of which are still wearing domain-looking leather and colors and iconography. Their weapons and tools have been removed. They're just simply wearing the clothes that they came in, and they were slayed on. And their bodies look cold. Only a few days old, so it's not like they're fully decomposing at all. Little bloated here and there, obviously, due to the gases, but nothing too crazy. You see mixture of faces in between dwarven, tiefling, as well as lizard folk.
And none of them look familiar to me, right?
Not to you.
Can she like search them to see if there's any like symbols on their body or anything like on their actual skin versus just?
Yeah. Roll me investigation check.
She'll also hold up her lantern to this BS, just if it works in here. If it doesn't even work in here.
What are you doing?
Like to hold the lantern up to see if there's any illusionary magic.
The lantern's not working.
Okay.
You get a sense that because Uthiel has been approved and ordained, like basically requested by the Queen and the Crown, he's given full reign to use magic. Yeah,
you don't have to. Do you have to be attuned to it? Yeah, huh? I was gonna say you hold it.
He grabs it and it's an item. It's not. Gonna
Yeah.
work.
Damn. All right.
But he actually grabs the lantern because he's never seen it before, and he goes, "What are you doing? What is it?"
It shows illusionary magic if something's like false.
Stay right here. Be right back. Be right back. He sort of hands you back the lantern and rushes back upstairs. You're left alone.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. 17
For perception or investigation?
for investigation.
Yeah, easily enough seen. There are almost like made out of very sharp rock and bone, used to pierce a bit of the leather here to keep it aloft are symbols of the domain.
No, I mean like on their skin. Like she's removing clothes and looking to be like respectfully, but like she's looking for like a sigil or something off that might be.
You don't see anything significant. You find things like tattoos on the Dwarven man who has almost a full sleeve. You see a very embarrassing, like almost like tramp tattoo on one of the lizard folk, a female, sort of near the back of the tail. But nothing that would catch your eye.
And how many bodies is this?
So there's 7.
7.
And it's not too long until you look over and you see your lantern flicker, and then works.
Oh, that's useful.
And immediately you hear the footsteps. So with your bit of sweat. Sorry, I had to ask for approval for arcane usage down here.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, given what we're doing, we're gonna need it.
Okay, good. Good. What do you plan on doing?
Well, I mean, I gotta prove to make them talk again, or are you gonna have to run back upstairs?
We have about 45 minutes to use magic down here. Not just me, everyone down here.
Okay. Well,
So if you're gonna do something, you could do it now.
I don't think I want them to talk all at once. That's just creepy. Hold on. I gotta read to see if I can like upcast it and it actually work like that. Oh, it's up. It's up pretty good. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing about upcasting it. Okay. Does one look like a leader or anything, like stand out from the rest? Or no, they all look
Nothing
uniform.
really. Yeah, there's nothing really like indicating rank, unfortunately.
She'll ask Guthiel if was any of them noted to be like in the forefront yelling orders versus one of the rest of the group?
Not that I know of.
She's just gonna pick the dwarf.
Okay, Dwarven man, bright red hair, little to no beard, just sort of scuff, sort of sleeve. He's naked right now, but full on like tatted
She'll
arm.
put his clothes back on. She just wanted to see if there's a sigil.
Tatted arm, kind of built body. Definitely a man of sort of labor, sort of a blue collared person.
Okay. Trying to see how many questions I get. I think it's...
Don't forget to speak into the microphone. Not to the side.
Sorry. I said I'm trying to see how many questions I get. Life. Why doesn't it say? Thought it was.
What are you trying to do?
How many questions I get?
What are you trying to do?
Like just.
What's the spell?
Speak with dead.
Okay, see that's.
That's you mean like what am I trying to ask him? Like good question. That's also important. I would say it's 3 or 5.
You could until the spell ends. You can ask the corpse up to 5 questions.
Okay. Ready.
So you cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of the light from Uthiel's hand dissipates. As it seems like this powerful usage of spell is almost siphoning from Uthiel a little bit and making use of the light here as you start to bend it, weave it, and almost like a stream, you take one end of the flowing arcane magic and divine power and you place it into the eyes, sort of in the middle, right here as it splits, and the Dwarven man already passed over goes and looks towards you.
I'm gonna ask him who sent him.
Now give me a moment,
Okay.
because Okay. It looks over to you, Vera.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at your armor. Looks over to Uthiel. And goes, the people of the domain.
I don't like you. Shouldn't say that. But she's in her head, she doesn't like him. Next question. I gotta think. If anybody wants to chime in, feel free.
I mean, we're not there, so what can
No,
we
I
do?
know. I'm thinking.
Ask him what's his last thing he remembers.
That, or I kind of want to bring up the Genesis members.
I mean, that'd be a great idea
To
if we
work as
can.
well.
Yeah, if we can show that the domain was not the one behind us, I think that should be priority.
Okay. I'll ask if he's familiar with the Genesis. What is it? Like, they're just called the Genesis?
Yeah.
From what she remembers? Okay. She'll ask him, you familiar with the Genesis?
He looks up to you and just goes, to new beginnings.
She's gonna read that paper verbatim and ask if it sounds familiar, but Amber does not remember the exact words. Something about how the fire grows. So
What did I put?
familiar, the fire grows as my body's added to the horde, or her horde, but I don't think that was the exact wording.
The fire grows as my body will be sent to the pile. I join her terrible horde.
I think she'll read it and then ask if he's joining.
I'm gonna roll a d20. He looks to you, Vera, and goes, I have no idea.
I don't like it.
Hmm?
So I don't like it. Let's see.
Neither
Right.
confirming or denying.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
That's 3 questions, yeah?
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking the little wheels are turning. Okay.
Would it be a waste of the question to ask him where from the domain he is? Because, yeah, it's easy to say from the domain, but if he's truthful, you should get details, right?
Yeah. I'll ask. Where in the domain are you from? Or were you? Where in the domain were you born? See if you can answer that question.
He does, actually. From Waynard.
Am I getting? Can I roll for any of this with that truth-telling ring? 'Cause
Yeah.
it just gives me advantage on insight.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage on insight if you think this might be a lie.
I mean, maybe she should just pick people from there, or like made them seem like they're from there. That's better.
You're on your 5th question, though, huh?
Yep.
Try and think.
Insight plus 9.
Speak into the microphone.
I'm trying to do math. It's not that interesting. 25.
25.
16 plus 9. Yeah.
He seems fairly truthful about telling you where he came from.
Okay. 5th question. Evergrey doesn't have like a saying, right?
Does Evergrey have a save?
No, like a saying that's
A
associated with like somebody that worships her, like that Vera would recall.
I mean, I think the closest thing in terms of repetitive phrases that you've heard was, "My body will be thrown to the pile." Or be added to the fire.
Yeah, or you're kindling or something.
Yeah, usually it's about using oneself to add to a greater, something greater.
I have one, but I don't know if he's gonna be like, how the hell does like answer me? How he's gonna answer me? I was gonna ask him, "How's Olivia?" and see what the answer is.
Is that what you said you were thinking about doing?
Yeah.
It, but do you do it?
I'm gonna ask, "How's Olivia Blake?" And then insight his answer, depending on what he says.
Ah. So smart. I think you don't get a verbal answer. I think, however, you do get a very visceral bodied answer. However, his body's currently tied. Not to say that he could have done anything with his body anyways, but you do see like a struggle, a look of sort of this remaining light that has been given to his eyes, given to you by the Dawnfather, and there's a bit of a fear to it. Like, you called out a name that he was not expecting you to know, and immediately the spell dissipates.
I'm just gonna put "look to panic." I think she just looks to Uthiel and is like, based off of his responses, I could tell you, but like, I don't know how do we prove it to the queen. This is essentially what happened to us in the domain. There was Genesis members following us, trying to kill us. And that's looks like what this is.
I think this is more than just them following you. If they were following you, it would have been an afterthought. They went after royalty.
The one we interrogated said they had been there for months, just waiting for an assignment. This is probably their assignment. I could try another one.
You can try another one, but I think it's safe to say that this is more than just you guys.
Oh no, they're everywhere.
No, that they're trying to hurt more than just you guys.
Yeah. They're given word from what we understand from one of the twins, and when they're given word, they follow through. Doesn't matter on who or what. But they're all kind of pretty far gone. He did seem to be from the domain, but he just follows what they...
Well, we know they're from the domain. You know, it was the first thing that we did, is that we didn't tell them what happened here within the kingdom, but we did reach out to a liaison, and we asked if they knew these people. They went through their records and confirmed that they are from the domain.
I'm trying to not meta. Would Vera know if Uthiel can look like somebody else?
I don't know if he's took Mask of Many Faces first. Oops, then my TikTok.
I don't know, like, because I'm just like, maybe if she summons the spell and that we don't look like we're in armor, maybe we might get different answers.
Uthiel knows a few spells. He knows Bonfire, Light, Mage Hand, Sacred Flame, Comprehend Languages, Cure Wounds, Expedited Retreat, and Guiding Bolts. He is not high enough in Warlock to have taken an Eldritch Adept feat.
She's seen Savannah look different, though, right?
Yeah, I think Savannah has the ability to disguise self.
I do.
That might be an alternative. I think she's gonna tell him, because he's not gonna answer me or you. Like, he can answer me, but maybe if he sees somebody that looks like him, or one of these people sees somebody that looks like them, he might get more information.
I mean, it's a tactic we haven't tried yet. That can work. Don't know.
I just don't think I could do like Zone of Truth and then do this spell. I think they're both concentration. Let's see. Speak with Dead. It just says it lasts 10 minutes. Doesn't say concentration. Zone of Truth.
It says here, a corpse is not a creature. What is left after the creature that dies? This is official by Jeremy Crawford. So essentially, you will not be able to combine Zone of Truth and Speak with Dead.
Damn.
Nice try, though.
Did try. Yeah, I think that's her only other idea, because I don't think the other one is going to be truthful enough, and she can't make herself look like somebody else.
So you're going to wait for Rolly and Savannah?
Yeah, I'm going to tell him to, like, maybe we can try that, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to get much more out of them.
Rolly, Savannah, let me ask you guys a question. Are you waiting for the wagon to start loading up all of these clay pots and broken trees, or are you heading straight to the castle and just waiting for them? Like, essentially, you're going to wait for them to come when they come.
I originally said we could follow them, but Rolly?
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna make my way over.
Yeah, I'll follow Rolly then.
Okay. Doesn't take you guys too long. You guys are already on the third level of Ice and Bee. So probably like a 25-minute walk, probably less, especially since you guys are currently in a hurried pace due to what you just experienced and what went through. As you start to get closer to the actual entrance of the castle, you do see a Pegasus currently just sort of hanging out in the garden past the guards. The guards see you and they take a sort of slam their javelins and poles and pole arms to the floor, make way for you guys as you walk in.
I think during that time, though, Vera's going to ask Uthiel, like, if they can get Savannah and them clearance to do that, so he doesn't have to keep running up into
All magic can be working here in about another 20 minutes.
Okay, gotta do this quickly.
I'll say that you guys are led the way down into the crypt, and you guys have about maybe 10 minutes left of magic use down here. So Savannah, Rolly, you guys are led downstairs into sort of this cold stone crypt, only lit by candlelight and torches off to the side. As you were led to the western section, where you do see a very frustrated Vera, as she has been for probably quite some time, and Uthiel, who looks a little out of his depth, but definitely trying to keep up with you guys. As you walk in, probably covered in soot.
Found my last sound.
Huh?
What was that?
Sound.
Oh, the sound.
Oh, she lost sound.
Hmm.
No.
I didn't cut to Chipmunk. That would have been interesting.
Loop da loop.
Interrogate the dead as a chipmunk.
Everybody just doesn't want to go back in now. Where else? Alright.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's good. It sounds good now.
Okay. Well, we only got a short time, but what I gather from... She just points to, like, the dead people group. I think they're Genesis members, like that guy we interrogated, but he's not really gonna tell anybody in armor exactly what we want to know. So maybe if you could make yourself look like one we've seen, and then we can try it.
I mean, I could definitely try that. Do we still have those cloaks on hand?
I don't think we got rid of them at all.
I mean, their cloaks are here too.
Yeah.
That was the other idea I was
Not-
thinking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that you guys take their cloaks. Like, if you were always carrying around Genesis cloaks.
I mean, we took them at one point. I just didn't think we would still have them on us.
I would imagine
alright.
it's still, like, it's in lockup somewhere within the Books and Brew, kind of like in safekeepings just in case you want to use it.
It's probably with Little Richard. Probably was with Little Richard just in case.
I'm trying to remember
There was that one.
one of the Goens that was in the tunnel from when we first met.
Well, you can make yourself look like that guy that we interrogated. They don't. He's still alive.
Wait, which one? We've interrogated a lot of people.
The one that was in the domain that said he had been there for months.
Trying to remember.
Oh, you guys were before you
The one that
left
was
to the
following
kingdom.
us.
You guys, the invisible guy who you guys chased.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go ahead and cast Disguise Self on myself.
The magic starts to overtake you, shaping your form and body into this sort of half-crazed, half-elven man, cloak and all. Starts to form.
Can I like just cover myself up with the beggar's cloak and
Yeah.
see if that works? And I want to talk.
I mean, he's on a, what do you call that thing?
He's on a
Bed thing. Why don't you go behind it so I can see you, but he can't?
I think he can still turn his head.
If not, if he's like lifted up like that.
She's still gonna cover herself up, and she's gonna
Okay.
tell like Uthul to stand behind Rolly, like, because she doesn't want them to see their armor.
Sure. He kind of stands behind Rolly.
And who else do we got in here?
There is a tiefling man, a lizardfolk woman, and a furbolg woman.
Because I have like no knowledge of the domain, does any of them strike me as odd to being here?
No, I wouldn't say they strike you as odd being here. It definitely does smell of domain sort of party members, considering that there's only one human here within the 7. While everyone else is sort of an exotic race or someone who's sort of more like earthy in a way.
Who do we want to pick?
About roll a d6 since you already did the dwarf. Who's number 4?
4. We'll say that you do the lizardfolk woman.
Okay.
You
Tramp stamp.
approach a bright green lizardfolk woman, sort of slender form, tail that is a little bit thicker than her legs. That currently is waft to the side. She has almost like through the sort of loose clothing that she does have on, she has like a yellowed belly that goes up to the neck and ends right there. And weirdly, like almost weirdly doled out teeth. Like you would expect lizard folk to have like basically sharp teeth. These are a little doled out. So you cast the spell. Savannah, you stand right in front,
I have to ask it though, huh?
but you have to ask it, Vera.
I'm gonna lead with the body thing and then ask if she's joining.
Question I'm going to give you before we start. Ask them what their orders were.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm still gonna lead with that though, just to see if they catch on. Like, oh, we're friends, quote unquote.
What do you have to say? What are you doing?
The thing about the kindling, like if they're getting added to the pile, essentially.
So Vera says, "Are you getting added to the pile?"
No, like the verbatim what that slogan is.
That's a question, and I don't know because they're both concentration. I'm like, can I also cast minor illusion myself so it looks like it's coming out of my mouth, but I'm already holding the spell. Never
Roll
mind.
me a deception. Oh well, no. Disguise self is not a concentration.
No. Okay. So would I be able to get away with the minor illusion? Make it
Roll
seem like
me-
the voice is coming out of my mouth?
Roll me a deception check.
Can I get? Oh, I can't give guidance.
I'll give you advantage because you are.
16?
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. She can ask what the orders were, or like ask to confirm their orders, so it doesn't sound like we're prying.
So we're doing the first one, right?
Yeah.
Is confirm your orders. Okay. The lizard woman, as the light streaks into her eyes as she turns with almost like it looks very creepy down here, specifically because it is very dark, and the only thing illuminated are soft wisp of fire, and then immediately like these 2 headlights on a dead body look up towards you and look towards Savannah and goes, orders were to cause distraction. Sacrifice for bigger goal.
What was that last part?
Sacrifice for bigger goal.
Oh, okay. What else do we want to ask? I'm trying to think.
How long have they been in the kingdom?
Okay.
So I guess I'm asking if it's an illusion, so.
She looks to you, Sven, and goes, "We've been here for 14 moons."
So like 2 weeks. Maybe we can ask if what was the last time they've heard from Olivia, because we got a nice reaction out of.
Wait, before I ask that, because they had such a reaction to Olivia's name, do I actually want to say? Okay.
Somebody had to give them the order.
I know. When was the last time you heard from our queen?
The lizard folk woman looks towards you, Savannah. Tilts ahead. What queen? And roll me an insight, Savannah.
This might be the wrong Blake. That's gonna be an 18.
18. You are getting the tone has changed so quickly on this woman. The first two questions went off without a hitch. They were answering you without second guessing. And as your minor illusion unfortunately didn't keep up with Vera's lips, you see an eye of recognition and a sense of trickery. She's uncertain, and she's a little more pulled in now.
I was like, they don't refer to Olivia as the queen. That's the thing.
They refer to the queens because the freaking notes are throwing me off.
No, they just report to them too. I think they know the bigger objective, but that's not who they report to.
Help me. I'm like trying to think of a recovery question.
Yeah, there's a bit of uncertainty happening within the lizard folk woman now.
I'm trying to think of what she said last. Because we knew that we had to wait for her. That's what that note said. On that hill. That we had to wait for Master Blake, but we don't know which one. We're assuming it's her. We've asked 3, right?
Yeah, it's 3.
We could ask her when she's coming back.
Who's she?
Like
Who's she?
Olivia. Like, we were told to wait for her. When is she coming back?
Alright, we can go with that. We were told to wait for when she's coming back.
But we'll say her name. We won't say she.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna have to ask you to make me another deception check, as you're gonna restart our checks now.
Be good.
Not as good. That's gonna be a 12.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception or an insight on her.
You less perceptive if you're dead.
The cock of the head kind of goes a bit further, trying to read you, and then loosens up slightly and goes. The question was, when was the last time you saw her, or when was the next time you're going to see her?
Yeah, like when was she coming back? Because we were told that we were told that we had to wait, because that's what the note said.
I was never going to see her. My end was the goal.
Well, that was a good question to ask.
No.
I mean, she admits it, though. That's one good thing. Never going to see. We have one more.
They knew that they were a distraction. Did they know what they were a distraction to? But I don't know if that'd be a waste or not.
pretty sure it was just a distraction to get this off the ground and cause war, but I mean, like, what else? Trying to think.
I mean, just a question that I would throw in there: is it possible? This is more for like a DM than anything else. Is it possible to, like, when you're speaking to the dead, is it possible to like deceive them?
Well, that's what they're trying to do.
That's
regardless.
what she's rolling for.
Savannah right
Okay.
now. Yeah, Savannah looks like a Genesis member while using a minor illusion to make it look like her mouth is moving at the same time as Vera is speaking the questions.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
They
got
are
it,
trying to do as
okay.
much as deception as they can. We're doing roll-offs essentially to see if maybe the lizard folk woman can actually catch on the deception. She caught on a little bit, so she's a little hesitant. But it seems that Savannah may have brought it back.
Maybe we can ask who took the kill shot. But I don't know, like, we'd have to word it in a way where it's not like weird. Because if we don't know who, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you asking me?"
What if we ask who was the other team?
We can ask, maybe let her know that the kill was successful. Where are they going now, or something like that? Like, where's that?
Oh
person
yeah,
at?
I like that.
But here's the thing: if she knew that the end was their death, would they know that next step?
They wouldn't. That's why I'm wondering if they would trust our response and let them know that, like, their mission was successful. Did they happen to know where that person was going to be? Like, do they know the plan past that? Because they just know they were a distraction.
I mean, you could just ask them that. You could say
I
something
kind of
along
wish
the.
the deception was a little bit higher, because we could just tell them their mission wasn't successful. The division didn't work. We need to contact the other team, but I don't know that's gonna fly.
I'm essentially rolling natural d20s. There is no modifier for these people. So they have to roll an 11 or lower to be deceived by you.
Question. Uthiel told us that these guys were killed before they got in the building, right?
Yes.
So they wouldn't have seen that the king got...
No.
We can use that bit of information.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, we can let them know mission was successful.
No, we tell them it failed. That's why we need to find the other team.
Mm,
Because if we tell them it was successful, why do we need the other team?
that's true. Try it.
Alternatively, you can say something along the lines of, like, our mission was not a success. With those plans scrapped out, does our objective change? Are we still going to kill the king?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's true, because if they fail and they knew and even if they didn't die, what was their next step?
Be killed, probably, but... but...
I don't know.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to think if there's, like, a way you can code... Like, I wouldn't know who would have taken the shot, if it was Olivia or not. Because somebody was writing, "We have to wait," at that site. Who the fuck was writing, "We have to wait"? They already assumed that we know that person because we said it.
What are you guys gonna do?
How many more corpses do we have to go through?
There
Oh.
technically,
How many
after
more
this one,
spells
that'd be
do you
5 more corpses.
Yeah, I know. More like,
Okay,
how many more
and how
spells
many-
do I got to go through?
Yeah, and how many spell slots do we have to go through?
It's honestly on the damn roll, because if we don't deceive them, they're not going to tell us shit.
I know.
Well, I mean, here's how I see it. We've got nothing but time, and I mean, the worst that can come out of this is we don't get an answer, and wherever their souls go, is going to be very, very confused with so many conflicting accounts of what happened after they died.
I mean, are they going to be confused? Because if we listen to what we know about them, they're using them for energy, so... Yeah.
They're using them for energy, they're using them for undead army. Some
Undead
version
army,
of them
sorry.
is gonna come back. Trying to think of how to word it.
Yeah, technically, this is you speaking, Vera, so Savannah's just trying to keep up with your wording.
Yeah.
But you are all talking about this because it's like
I
Savannah
think-
needs to make sure that she's saying the right words and mouthing the right things.
I think the simplest way to word it is like, mission failed, what's the next rendezvous point and with who?
And with who? Okay.
How many questions do you have left?
That was
This
the
is our
last
last one.
If we do this again to someone else, we can start with this, because the whole point is like, aside from it being the three of us, who else is with us? Who else is witnessing this?
Uthiel.
Uthiel, but he's
Uthiel.
standing behind you
Uthiel,
because
right?
I don't want them to see his armor.
Right,
But he still can hear and
Yeah.
witness it, so at least we have some type of backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think the whole point of this is that we need to implicate these Genesis members and say that they were in fact attempting to kill the king, not through part of the domain, but through servitude to the queen.
Mhm.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that right now. They're all still stating that they're from the domain. Regardless, we need to prove Genesis actually exists in both, because we've encountered Genesis in both.
Well, I mean, whether or not Genesis is only domain or not, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's if we can determine that the Genesis has nothing to do with the domain aside from just people being from there, like we can say that this is kind of like this is like an assault on the kingdom, from a rogue group
Yeah.
that has nothing
Well, I
to do
think-
with the domain.
Genesis was originally in our report because that's when that's where we were when we killed Lily. So it's not like they're not familiar.
Yeah, exactly. So if we can, all we need to prove is that they were acting under orders not from the domain, that their intention was to distract and pursue their action because the final goal was to kill the king. We can prove those three things, then we're golden.
All right.
Okay, so what's the question?
But the mission failed. What's the next rendezvous point and with who?
All right, I'm gonna roll a deception or insight check. The woman looks to you, Savannah. You see a visible anger almost cross her face as a bit of her doled out teeth start to like show, almost like in a bit of rage, and looks down. Then they will try again if we failed. Flint Castle. Or Flit Castle.
I've heard that name before.
I have heard that name before.
Okay. Well, she's out.
Then body no longer emitting divine energy, keeping it aloft.
So
I
before
also
you
was
do,
mentioned in another set of notes. Did we ever figure out where that was?
Hold on. Kind of speed read.
yeah, I don't remember a flank castle.
Yeah, because
No,
I've been written
Flit.
here from.
Flit.
Yeah, I have it
Oh.
written here from trying to figure out what notes were these were. 'Cause they're
Uh,
literally just there.
Yeah, so you grab these notes from the burning wagon within the post office.
Hey, Kingdom people, have you guys ever heard of Flit Castle? And I'm including Uthiel in that questioning.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Rolly has not heard of that. Unless I need to make a history check, DM.
You can try, yeah. Let's go ahead and make a history check.
Nope, I have no idea.
Neither does Uthiel.
No clue.
He kind of looks to you, Sven, and goes, I haven't heard of... I mean, Caspian Castle's one of the major ones. They have smaller ones throughout the the kingdom, but not Flit. That's not a house or a city or anything. It's not a family.
I'm wondering if burn. It was on the burn document. Flit means move swiftly. Description of castle.
Speaking to your mic.
What? I just wrote. That's all I have written though. It was on the burn document, and it says
Just confirm that.
Flit means move swiftly. So maybe it's not in one place?
It's a moving castle.
Body.
Yeah, and then
Slumps
it
down.
goes in about the wand. I mean, we can ask one of them about Flit Castle if they know what that is. They might not, if they're too low of a rank.
Oh no, something. I have a feeling this might be the best we can get.
You hear a sound of footsteps coming from above.
Yeah, I think we only had 10 minutes.
One of the royal guards peeks their head through and looks around, sees you, you three, and then Uthiel, and goes, Mr. Kane.
Steps out from behind her.
Yeah, he steps out. The queen is ready. Uthiel looks to you, you three.
I mean, the last one was better. She admitted to not seeing Olivia, and she recognized the Genesis clothing. I think that's as close as we're gonna get.
Sure, but
I know we have to go.
let's go. And you guys are led upstairs back into the grand hall, going up an additional flight of red carpeted stairs within the beautiful Castle Caspian. As the throne room doors, bright red, open up with sort of this loud creak. There are several people talking within the room, as you see several chancellors and advisors and other political figures here are speaking to one another. You do see the bright blue form of Cistern, the dragonborn man who helped you guys sort of early on in your adventure, who recognizes you right away. The queen currently, a human woman who's got a bit of a salt and pepper going on right now, a little more pepper than salt. She's not that, she's not getting that up in age. Wrinkles upon her face, crow's feet. She's a bit of a pale complexion. She's got a very strong jaw with a very sort of pointed nose. She's wearing very royal accoutrements, gems and a crown, necklace upon her. She's wearing several what looks like to be small bands. They go across her chest, each of them sort of emanating a bit of light from them. I think all of you get a sense that this is probably a protection item, sort of to not repeat what happened last time to the king. But Cistern does see you start to walk forward and goes, "Oh, my friends, I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been?"
Up to a lot, but how are you?
"Oh, I've been very, very busy, but I've been waiting if you have any more stories to tell me or any objects of ill importance, arcane of nature. Definitely be interested."
Oh, I think that's why you're here.
Well, they've pretty much asked everyone to come down, so doing my duties.
Nice to see you.
It's so wonderful to see you all. Honestly, you look so adventurous. A little more than last time. It's exciting.
And take that as a compliment.
Absolutely. More experience.
That's a word for it, definitely.
He kind of steps back as Uthiel goes, "Sister, come on." "Of course. Go on." As you start to move forward, the queen sees you approach, gives a nod towards one of the staff hands. Staff hands stands up and goes, "All right, call for silence. Everyone, please, may you have your attention here as our queen wish to have a further discussion about events recently past. Terrible and tragic, true, but seems that more information may have approached. Kind of looks towards Uthiel. Uthiel goes, "Excellent, my queen." Kind of gives the floor to Queen Caspin. She stands up. "Good evening, members of the court, my entourage, our liaison, Mr. Kane, and of course graced by our heroes, those known as the Three Griffins. Welcome. As you are all fully aware, we certainly suffered a tragedy. My beloved husband of so many years and dedicated member to this country was killed recently. It is under my impression that more information has been uncovered. I have asked Mr. Kane to induct a investigation, and he has done so to the best of his abilities. Using that information, we have determined that it was domain influenced. Now, from my understanding, this was a response and reaction to the atrocities that our own side has committed upon their land. Though it was horrible indeed, the infliction of pain upon the other was not needed, especially taking away my beloved. However, my understanding is that this might not be the case. Three Griffins, I provide the floor to you." She sits back down.
I guess we'll start with the actual throne room aspect.
Yeah, I think you should explain what you found over there. First,
Okay.
we'll go in order.
So, the people from the domain were at the gate, and that's where they were destroyed, bad choice of words, were killed. However, if you look at where the spell came from that we believe killed the king, it came from the opposite direction through a tiny, tiny pinhole. And from that pinhole, we were able to trace it back to, well, first the mountain cliff, and we found nodes, but overall to the clock tower.
Roll me persuasion check with advantage, because you definitely have the evidence for it, but to an outsider, this sounds crazy.
I know it sounds crazy. You said with advantage, right?
Yes.
I think we probably
21.
Like, nudge
21.
with you to take the box with the note.
Well, hold on. Before any of all that, Uthiel kind of steps up and kind of basically goes, "Yes, Your Majesty, from our understanding, there was a spell cast upon our late king, and the Three Griffins have sussed out the point of origin." And she kind of looks back at the stained glass. Purely out of curiosity, due to my own ignorance when it comes to the arcane, I have seen several magic spells be cast, none of which, I believe, have the range and fortitude to reach from either a cliffside, miles away, or from the clock tower. I heard she starts to talk a little bit to this. I heard rumors about a clock. Something happened to the clock tower. Talk about it later. Regardless
Yes,
from the
we got that.
regardless from the location, I don't believe that's possible.
Well, they didn't use normal magic. They used a wand, we believe, which you said you had the wand, right, Vera?
Yeah, I think I take up the wand and the box to Uthiel and be like, if you want to show her that in the other box.
Sure. He grabs the box from you and goes, "Got it. I got it." Brings it to her. She picks up the wand.
It's made to look plain on purpose.
Cistern, please. Oh, of course. stands up, makes his way to the wand itself. Certainly a very boring and drab-looking object, but let's see. And instead of spending the entire 10 minutes to do ritual, he actually is going to spend a spell slot and starts to identify. Oh. The object that we hold here has what most spellcasters call a disintegration spell. Not only that, is that it seems that it is a little modified in a way to reduce the surface area of the spell and using that to extend it out miles beyond till it hits a target. You see Queen, but still Arcane's past her knowledge, but understanding that it can have now a range towards it, she kind of waves it off. Make sure that it is not capable of doing such again, as well as to search the market and any other dealings, that these type of implements are outlawed within the kingdom. Oh, it's not going to run again. Actually used up its one charge. It's useless. It's a piece of wood now. But you can still see the evidence, the residual magic. Okay. Cistern takes the wand, walks off. Queen then moves her attention towards the box. And what do I hold here?
Which box is she holding? The first one or the second one?
The tin box.
Well, when we went to go, as my friend here puts it, we went to go search the cliff, we found that in a fire pit. And that implicates essentially the Blake's involvement. And we were also attacked when we tried to remove the box from its location. And if it were not for my friends, I probably wouldn't be alive right now.
I apologize for the hardships you've experienced. What was the second box? This is the DM to player.
The second box was the note that was wrapped up. I probably wasn't in a box. I think maybe I put it in one. But the rolled up note.
Oh, got it.
From the clock tower.
She looks over that as well. 3 Griffins, may I ask you a question? If it was not the domain, whom we still have their bodies downstairs, who we have confirmed with the domain directly that they are from the north, paint me a picture. What happened?
The group in question hasn't not been mentioned before. It was actually mentioned in our first report when we met you, where Miss Lily Underwood was found. There's a group called the Genesis, and regardless of where you are from, if the domain and the kingdom, they recruit members to do pretty much the Blake's bidding, to do Evergrey's bidding. And we've run into them more than once. Again, it doesn't matter where they're from. I don't know what she does to them, if it's willingly all the time, if it's not willingly, if they're put underneath some type of magical means, but that's what Lily was a part of.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Please don't suck. It didn't suck. 19 plus. Hold on.
Yay!
This was important because
19 plus 1. So dirty 20.
this was important because you don't know the inner workings of Genesis. You don't know if it's exclusive to.
Yeah, well, no, Vera doesn't, but that's why she said regardless kind of where you're from.
So
I mean, I would say that's a safe bet because we've encountered them on both sides.
Yeah.
you can counter both sides, but you don't know where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Originally, no.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell where they're located at. So it's good that you got that right, because that does sway this in a positive light as she sort of leans back in her throne, gripping the sides, and you see her eyes start to shift left and right, and you see like just thoughts being processed.
I think Vera just like lightly waves her hand.
Yes.
That note, I know I think she just sighs. She's like, I'm not unfamiliar to your pain, my queen. I know what that feels like. And sometimes you can't help to see the obvious in front of us, and sometimes it has a deeper meaning. And she kind of just like lightly looks at Uthiel's direction. But the force that's trying to tear everything apart is just trying to pit you against the domain, and not for a good reason. When I learned it, it kind of made me sick to my stomach.
She kind of nods. Has heard Savannah and Vera spoken, looks to Rolly. And what say you, child of the kingdom?
Okay, I've been preparing a speech.
No.
I just hope that I hope that what I say isn't too much, but I think it's about time we came clean.
Uthiel immediately looks to you, Vera, and goes, "Are we gonna regret this?"
I hope not.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no. I just kind of look at Rolly with big eyes like, what are you about to do?
I'm about to tell her everything.
Well, she kind of knows most of it.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't interrupt
Well,
this.
I'm essentially going to, I'm not saying this in character, I'm going to essentially paint her the whole picture.
Okay.
I'm going to say, Your Majesty, for as long as I've been born, I have been nothing but an ally to the crown. Despite the hardships that my village faced, despite the ignored pleas for help from the crown, my loyalty persisted. My family's loyalty persisted, and we overcame it. There is nothing I wouldn't do to bring back the king. Unfortunately, that is out of my power. If there's any regret I have, King Caspian once told me that I should keep him in the know. I should give him more information, and to lay it all out for you, bare, for you to see. That wasn't something I felt I could do because of the severity of the issue that we're dealing with. And not a day goes by since I found out about his passing that I don't regret the opportunities to tell him that I did not take. And if there's any way that if there's one way I know I can at least begin to make up for this, it's going to be starting clean. Your Majesty, if you will, allow me to paint you a picture. Throughout our adventures, we've run into many things. Terrifying, deviant, and some things just outright abominations. But one thing is certain, nothing has been as fearsome, as deadly, and as malevolent as the undead lich that we encountered. The old Queen Evergrey, who some said was dead for ages. To see her before me, wielding unnatural power, is something that I swore to bring a stop to. Not for the sake of me or my friends, but for the sake of the realm. I know what she is doing. As a lich, to keep yourself alive centuries and after centuries, you need a power source. You need something to give you power. This woman, this old queen, is using the souls of dead people and entrapping those souls into a magical gem to keep herself alive. We know this because we have already destroyed. I think we destroyed 2 of them, right? Meta?
I think we destroyed 2, right?
You destroyed
Two.
1, and 1 is currently
In another
the
plane, so
bag.
it can't be.
In
In
limbo.
the-
In
in the
limbo.
bag.
We've
yeah.
And the other one's locked up, so
yeah.
we just
So
technically destroyed one.
let me scratch that last sentence. I'll
Yeah,
say
no worries. It's,
we have dealt with 2. I myself know firsthand what these things are, because I have found myself trapped within one. And if it wasn't for the help of my friends, I would not be standing before you today. The problem is, with someone trying to hold on to life, life immortal, the need for power grows. On top of that, the 3 griffins dealing with 2 of her power sources, she finds herself rather weak and in grave need of more power. Enter the Blakes. Not much is known about the Blakes, because they of course are almost as old as Evergrey herself. Maybe, who knows how they've kept themselves alive this long. But one thing's for certain to me. What was the name of the guy? Oliver and Olivia Blake. Yeah. Oliver and Olivia Blake both fervently serve the Queen Evergrey. To this end, Oliver and Olivia Blake have created a terrorist group calling themselves the Genesis. The sole purpose of the Genesis is to carry out the will of Olivia and Oliver Blake, and, in extent, the will of the Queen Evergrey. With Evergrey finding herself in a moment of weakness, in lack of power, in lack of souls, she must resort to nefarious and devious acts. The one thing that Olivia, Oliver, and Queen Evergrey are good at is underhanded strategy. Time and time again that we have fought them, one thing is evident. They know how to do what they do in the shadows, away from the peering eyes of everyone, or, as we have just recently discovered, right under everyone's noses. We found Oliver Blake had taken over a post office and was operating out of it, forcing how do I say this? Forcing deaths in the royalty of the domain in an attempt to make us look guilty. When we foiled that, when we broke their plans, they became desperate. So, Your Majesty, I present to you this question. You are in need of thousands of souls. When you are in need of that many quickly, and you know the lay of the land, you know information of 2 very, very well organized governments, the Kingdom, Celadon Kingdom, and the Domain, whose relationships in the past have not been the best, whose peace is but fragile. I ask you this: what is the best way to generate a large amount of souls very quickly? There's only one answer.
Yeah, she doesn't answer, but she does. You get a sense that she's enraptured by this whole breakdown, but she does motion for you to answer the question. Roll me a persuasion check. rolling persuasion check with advantage.
Please roll good.
By the way, the entirety of the staff hands,
17.
counselors, counselor members, diplomats, and just overall politicians who are in here have tilted their head listening to the story. And with a 17, she leans in her throne towards you, Rolly, and then looking towards Vera and Savannah. And then in a not overly hushed tone, enough where people can still hear her, but not where she's like ordering a decree and yelling, she goes, 3 griffins. Have we been subjected to subterfuge? And this is a false war.
Your Majesty, let's look at the facts before us.
I simply need an answer, Rolly, not a story. What is your personal opinion? Is this a false war?
This is a false.
Yes.
It's a false war.
Definitively yes.
She stands up from her throne, looks towards all of the people within here, the entire crowd that is currently raptured in this entire conversation. She says, by order decree of the Queen, pull back our troops. Call an attention towards the domain, royalty, and request an audience. You see some of the other guards nod, quickly leave the throne room. She looks towards you all, and almost like, now it's time to get to work. She looks to Uthio and goes, you work together with the Royal General, Scarlet. Where's the first attackers? Uthio looks to her and goes, my queen, by now we have already had battles occur within just north of Adagate, and reports have been informing us that there are fights just south of Beta, still within the Evergreat Desert. Damn. We need to get there quick. And at this point, you hear as the door open, and you see Torres and Thomas walk in.
I think Vera just like kind of sinks a little.
They see you and see the queen, and Torres especially kind of like holds a little bit of a weapon, like I have to hold on to something because I really want to say hello, in the most rudest way possible, but I can't in front of royalty. And she kind of like nods and goes, "Hey, my queen, my queen." Thomas is like, "That's fine. Just calm down, take a breath. I know what I'm doing. Find Edgar." And I think Uthiel catches Thomas and goes, "Stay. We'll talk about it later." She stands up and walks towards both the remaining members of Troop 14 and you two, as the rest of the politicians start to see the motion start to leave. And she goes, "Important members, you stay. Everyone else, you may leave." She looks to all of you. "My order has gone out to stop the fighting. There has been casualties already on both ends. It's been several days since the fight has already started, so if this truly," and she looks to you, Rolly, "is her plan to gather more souls and to add to her power, then I fear that we have already provided some. But we will do our best to mitigate and diminish what remaining hope she has. There's a problem, though. My word will spread out, but it won't spread out fast enough. It won't reach the commanders until days."
Have I met Scarlet?
You haven't.
I haven't met anybody else, right?
No, not yet. Or no, not you haven't yet. She looks to the True 14 members. Gather what you have. I'm sending you lot to either one, really. And she looks to you, Troop 3 Griffins, and goes, I ask your help. Head to one of these battlefields and stop the fight. I will give you an official signed document. By my word. Which one do you think you can make it to first?
Which one's the closest?
You said it was Attigate, and what was the other place?
Desert?
Yeah, the
south
desert.
of desert?
Desert or north of Attigate. So
Looking at maps.
I can go ahead and mark where that is in the map. That is either here, here, or here. So I'm gonna move you guys real quick on the map. Did the thing freeze?
No, I can still see.
Oh, okay.
No, that's it.
Oh, sorry. That's my mistake. So I'm gonna move you guys. So obviously you guys are right here. Why can't I draw? There we go. So you guys are right here. For your information, I think you guys already know. Teleportation location here. Teleportation location here. And here. Oh, I guess also here because of the because you can teleport towards the reaching hands, the entrance to the Raven's Claw.
I mean, based off of this, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but it looks like it's the desert.
I mean, yes and no, because we still would have to get to the one of the teleportation device places, and that's about the same as us getting to Attigate.
Yeah, I was like,
Which
I thought Attigate was closer. What time of day is it right now?
It's like maybe 3 o'clock. I think what happens is that
I think before like we leave the room,
Wait,
she's gonna tell the queen about.
well, hold on.
do you still have your little teleportation thing in Akoda, Vera?
Yeah, technically I haven't changed it.
Then that means we can get to the desert no matter quickly. But it would just have to be the three of us. That's the one thing.
You see, listening in, Cistern sort of walk up, sort of his tail swing left to right. If you have a way to get to the desert very quickly, I can provide the rest. I can teleport one of your teams, to somewhere close by. But it's up to you. Do I give it to you guys, or to Troop 14?
I think maybe the troop. So we'd have two teams go out just as fast.
Yeah.
We'll give it a trip then.
Torres kind of goes, right, sure. No, we'll take that. How you been, bitch?
What'd she say?
How you been, bitch?
Oh. She just kind of laughs and she's just like, Torres already knows because she's already seen her go through with Uthiel. She probably looks at her and she sees like a blue streak appear in Vera's hair.
Hey, don't be sad. We got this.
But I imagine they spot it right at the blue spot, smack him.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, stop it. Stop that. So, you three are heading towards the desert. And I will be sending Troop 14 towards Attigate. Do you have a way to travel the desert safely?
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Any help would
We'll
be
be fine.
appreciated.
I can provide. What do you
Desert
travel
gear
with?
would be nice.
Yeah, desert gear.
Desert
Or
gear?
anything to bypass any bad things.
Well, do you use anything to travel?
we won't have Steed and we won't have the carpet for a few days, so we'll be on foot.
Carpet! You have a carpet!
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Can
but
I
it's...
see?
Show him my disc.
Takes it quickly. Fascinating. My dear, you should really show me more of these exotic artifacts. Allow me to improve it. He snaps something from his necklace, uncorks a very bright blue vial, and puts it onto the floor and starts to trace with his fingers these arcane symbols until finally it almost feels like there is a field of light, just with strings and colors attached. And he brings the edges, collapses them into one together, and you see a full-on like astral carpet that gets sucked into the actual disc it, and he hands it back to you. It is recharged. In addition to that, you have the upgraded carpet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Instead of rolling the D4 and D6 and all that, you're gonna roll 2D20s. Sorry, excuse me. Let me double check on this. You get to roll 2D10s. Apologies. You can choose which one is the use, which one is the recharge.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
User's choice.
He brings it back to you and goes, any more like that? I want to see them.
Here, you want to see the lantern?
Oh, very common magical item. Very useful, though. Unfortunately, don't have a way to improve this one, though. Very common.
What about this? She hands out the eyes of minute scene.
I love the barrels. We're gonna take everything out.
Those are like the two things she uses the most.
As he's looking at it and he's about to get into a rant, the queen goes,
Sorry.
we do have a time limit. At this point, Rolly, your box starts to glow.
Of course it does.
Of course it
Timing.
does. I'm gonna say, Your Majesty, permission to speak freely.
You may.
Do we have any officials still left in the room, or anybody who can witness something?
There are a couple of counselors here, a couple of advisors. Basically, the queen's royal entourage is here.
Queen Caspian, in recompense for my previous blunders, and to honor the memory of your late husband, the king of the Celadon Kingdom, I would like to make an oath promise to you. Will you allow it?
Mr. Barnwell, you have shown nothing but courage, dedication, strength. Something that we very much appreciate here within the kingdom. You are a child of our great country, and we appreciate any oath, promise, or effort that you put towards our cause.
I promise to you, on this day I swear, under the name Barnwell, humble beginnings, not much to our name but a farm. But regardless, to this day I swear to you, in witness of everyone in this room, your advisors, your trusted guardsmen, and my companions, I will not rest until the scourge of Queen Evergrey is wiped from our world.
You hear from the back a random member go, "Here, here!" Make it so.
Thank
Okay.
you, Your Majesty.
I'm counting on you all. She nods.
I think I ask if I can ask her something.
Better do so quick. She's about to leave.
I know. I'm gonna not run up to her because Vera doesn't want to do anything that looks hostile.
You can call out like a
yeah,
person.
like if I can have a word with her for just a second.
You may speak your piece.
I know we're short on time and it may be selfish in a way, but one of your soldiers gave his life today. And I would like to bring it back, but I would need a day, or at least an evening. I can't do it today.
Where's his body?
It's being held in the catacombs for safekeeping given the situation.
Rolling persuasion check.
Whoop. Let's see, what dice do I want?
Meep.
I don't think I can give myself guidance in here. Come on, Paylor. Okay, not great. 14 plus 1 is 15.
15.
It's not horrible, but it's not no 19.
We do not have time to bring this fallen back in time for him to join our fight. We will have to find another.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Can you at least hold his body safe until we get back?
We shall. Until then, looks to Uthiel. Mr. Kane, looks like you'll be joining your troop again. You're under new assignment. By decree, you are now rejoining the Troop 14 as a temporary member, led by Miss Torres. Torres? Bring everyone back. Torres kind of, in a cocky fashion, goes, got it. Not a problem. Welcome back, Twinkle Toes. See, Uthiel goes, you're impossible. They just sort of join hands. Cistern goes, well, if that's the case, allow me to start. And he starts to draw a line for the for a teleportation circle. And before it's finished, Uthiel turns to you, Vera,
No, I was gonna say I'll give him a hug before.
grabs your hand, brings you in for a hug, and your ear whispers, it's working out. We have this. You do too. Don't be so mad all the time.
I think she smirks. No promises.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like all colors of it. But I can't stop remembering when I saw you as purple. So, be happy. We have this. As he pulls away, teleportation takes him away. And I'm assuming you guys make your way out to teleport to Akoda.
Yeah, I haven't used that level spell yet, so I could use it.
We are going to end today's session with both teams spread apart. You guys heading to Akoda to then travel towards the desert, while Troop 14 is teleported to Attagate, heading northwards to stop the fight just north of that city. And we'll learn what happens next time, whenever that may be. See you guys later.